Alright. Let's get this second half of the Archon quest, which I'm like a week late doing. Try a month. Let's get this bad boy done. Alright. Set that up. And let's hop in. Where we going? People of the Springs, huh? Oh, what's this? Oh, we're the Tribal Chronicle quest. Let's get going. The People of the Springs. Don't worry, we'll get those Tribal Chronicle quests done at some point in time. When? Who the hell knows? I'm sure it'll get done. Well, that shit look like a Sumeru building.
Oh, we're finally here! So this is your home, Mualani? Paimon can't wait to have a look around.
Paimon already being nosy, huh? I blow straight through Mualani's shit.
See? What did I tell you? A dip in the hot springs after a battle is just the best.
Fetch me a bottle of wine, would you, dear?
Just one? Let's get another. It's still early in the day, isn't it?
Bro, drinking that much in the other day. Also closing the hot spring in the water.
Want to go to Golden Dusk later?
Now this is a vacation. Absolutely amazing.
Vacation? I guess she's wearing also their
Wow,
robes too.
it's so lively around here. Is there some kind of holiday going on?
No, this
We
is always
try to
like
treat
this.
every day like a holiday around here. We believe every day is worth celebrating. Now, let me show you around. Where to start? Shochiqui Cattle Records, Kalamchi Plaza. Oh, there's so many options, but I recommend starting with the real highlight around here.
The beach.
The hot springs, of
No,
course.
the hot spring, okay.
Natural hot springs have tons of health benefits. Go for a nice long soak and you're guaranteed a good night's sleep.
Wait, you want us to bathe? Here?
It's the problem, Paimon.
Don't be shy. Come on, I'll take you to get changed.
Why is Paimon this
Mualani.
shy kid, but she's never been shy.
Huh? Oh, Auntie Atea!
That's your aunt? She's like every other NPC.
I've told you that just Atea is fine. Do I look that old to you? Were you taking these two to the hot springs?
That's right. Oh, let me introduce you. This is the Traveler, and the small one next to him is Paimon.
Small one.
They only just arrived in
name.
Natlan, so I'm taking them around to experience our customs.
Hi there!
No comment on how she just fought in like the fucking yearly battle arena that everyone talks about? Hello.
I'm Mualani's neighbor, Atea. By the way, Mualani, I heard you lost to Kachina
There we go, I
during
was
the
gonna say.
pilgrimage.
They had to bring
Is
it up.
that true?
Yeah, I was this close to winning. Oh, definitely not the result I wanted, but still not too surprising. Kachina's always been strong.
I just been a bottom tier
Anyway, it's all
unit
in the
for like the
past.
last forever.
I'm gonna take these two
When
for a
was she
dip in the
ever
hot
strong?
springs. Talk to you later. Oh, wait. You'll need swimsuits first. I'm sure I can find you something lying around the shop. I'll go look.
Hold it right there, young lady. Have you forgotten the rule about bathing in the hot springs?
Rule? Oh, wait, you mean...
There's rules. You gotta shower first.
There's a rule about bathing in the hot springs?
That's right. Outlanders have to complete a trial at an artificial hot spring before they're allowed access to the natural ones.
Yeah? Do you have to fight
It's
something?
not nearly as scary as it sounds. Basically, natural hot springs have higher temperatures that not everyone can withstand. A few travelers have gotten scalded by the water in the past, so now we have an unwritten rule. All Outlanders need to adapt to the lower temperature artificial springs first. But seriously, Auntie Atea, do we have to be so strict? These two are formidable adventurers. I know they can handle it.
Rules are rules.
Famous last words. The hot springs are not to be underestimated. You can never be too careful. Besides, the environment's been unstable lately. Could be a sign that the abyss is about to attack.
Oh, that sounds dangerous. You know, Paimon's really not all that formidable, so
Honestly.
careful is good.
He isn't.
Exactly. There will be no excessive risk-taking on my watch. Mualani, take them to the artificial spring first.
Okay.
That's more like it.
Wanna get the
And
ball
don't
out
try
in the
anything
artificial
funny. I'm heading to the artificial spring in a bit, and if I don't see you there, your days of copping free meals at my place are done.
Relax. Oh, by the way, Atea, how have you been feeling
Damn,
lately?
bro, she got a spleen shot.
Much better. How else would I have the energy to keep an eye on all you rascals? Hey, you over there! How many times have I told you no roughhousing near the hot springs?
These guys look like they
Oh,
went
shoot!
with
That weird lady's back again!
Run!
a weird lady.
Stop right there! Ugh, you need a stern talking to!
Candle keeper, huh?
She sure has a lot of energy.
Shit, old friend. She's her neighbor. I probably grew up with her. She's only slightly older.
She's a legend in our tribe. Everyone knows her. Back before I inherited my ancient name, she was one of Natlan's most renowned warriors, famous for her love of hot springs. In fact, she often threw parties at the hot springs.
Yeah?
She referred to anyone who came to these parties as her hot spring buddies. The attendees were all respected warriors like Liliuo, Kaiulani, Vichama, oh, and the
Who
Archon.
the fuck are any of those people?
If Paimon lived here, she would take advantage of the hot springs too.
It's just, during battle, she was impaled in the abdomen by an abyssal monster.
That did not look like her
The
abdomen.
doctors managed to save her life, but they made it clear that she could never bathe in the hot springs again. Abyssal power still exists within her body. Immersing herself in hot water would accelerate the corrosion of her internal organs and the progression of her illness.
Well, that's obviously not a vision
No
bearer.
wonder she has so many scars. Paimon had no idea she was so seriously injured.
That's normal. She never talks about her injury.
Interesting. So the
She's
hot
worked
springs here don't have
tirelessly over
curative,
the years to
don't have
develop
curative
artificial
properties.
springs, so that more and more people can experience our tribe's natural wonders, even though she can't enjoy them herself. I really respect her for that. Anyway, let's head to the
I
artificial
was in the
springs.
assumption that the hot springs would
If
have helped
Auntie
cure
Atea
her
gets
with.
there before us, we're gonna be in some real hot water.
Oh, God. Shitty joke.
Oh, I see. That's a great idea. I like it.
That was just the chief.
See, I told you the chief would agree.
Oh, they could
Let's get
make the
moving
album
then.
more
We can't
3D.
let a word of this slip to anyone else.
Hey, Amina, Hikaru, Marokao. You three seem particularly cheerful today.
Bunch of fucking names.
What's the occasion?
Oh, Mualani, you're back. Who are these two?
This is the Traveler and Paimon, two very important guests. I wanted to take them to the natural hot springs, but Auntie Atea caught us, so we had to come here first.
Oh, what a coincidence. We were just talking about her.
That absolutely does not feel like the
Auntie
voice for
Atea's
that
illness
face.
has taken a turn for the better.
Really? How can you tell?
Okay, so while you've been busy with the pilgrimage, we noticed that she's been visiting the hot springs alone at night. Yeah, specifically the hot springs in the cave to the north of our settlement.
hot springs
I'm
at
sure you know the one.
Bro,
Apparently, she used to go there a lot
if you
before
can't do
they
the
became
voice, bro, don't
abandoned for
piss
some
it up.
reason. She could never come into contact with hot water before, and now she's visiting the hot springs every night. I mean, it's pretty obvious what that means, right?
Yeah, so we got to thinking, what if we renovated the abandoned spring behind her back, then threw her a huge surprise party? Chief Amina thinks it's a great idea too. So, you want in?
fucking
Of
manual labor,
course.
huh?
How could you even think of pulling this off without me? I'm a little busy right now, though. I'll come find you once we're done at the hot springs.
Of course. Take your time. You should focus on our guests for now.
Take your time. I feel like
These
this
artificial
renovation's been
springs
done
are pretty
overnight.
new, but the experience is just as good as the natural ones if you ask me. We really worked hard on them, so I hope you enjoy. And you two, I know you want to focus on Atea's surprise, but don't forget your patrol duties in the meantime. The Abyss could attack at any moment, so we need to stay vigilant.
Interesting, the Abyss is
You got it,
very
Chief.
active and
We'll
not.
keep an eye out.
Wonder
You
what's
can
going
count
on
on
here.
us.
All right, we're off then. See you at the abandoned spring, Mualani.
They wanted the damn book in Anarchomia and they wanted this active. The only other place to have been this active was the Mondstadt. We had the
I'm
library.
also gonna head out. Have fun!
There's gotta be like a knowledge center or something they're looking for. Not,
Finally, it's hot spring time! Oh, I already arranged swimwear for you guys, by the way. Come on, I'll show
how did
you
you
to the
manage to arrange
changing room.
that? We literally got here and you said, oh man, forgot about the swimwear. In the meantime, we walked 10 feet and you somehow managed to talk to 2 people, 4 people. And that aligned us to get swimwear. Change outfits. Why can we put this in again? Why does it fit surprisingly well? She already knows all our numbers. Excuse me? What is this shot?
Oh. So, what do you think? Can you feel the warmth relax every muscle in your body?
What does the actual hot springs feel like?
Yeah, it's so nice. The steam is warm too.
The first time I came to the hot springs, there was no calming effect whatsoever. I was such a little ball of energy, the moment my parents looked away, I ran off to the high temperature pools. It was actually pretty funny looking back on it. They were absolutely frantic, looking for me all over, until finally they saw my head slowly poke out from under the water. I was too young to remember the whole ordeal, but my parents told me all about it. A natural-born swimmer, my mother called me. Just like her,
Natural-born swimmer.
I taught myself how to dive underwater the first time I ever went swimming.
Oh, there's our little friend in the background.
So feel free to go for a swim. I'll be right here if you need rescuing.
Okay,
Lifeguard
here goes
Mualani.
nothing.
Auntie Atea, you really came to check on us?
Of course. And I'm glad you listened. I brought you all some milk and snacks as well. I'll just leave them here.
Milk and cookies, huh?
The temperature in the artificial springs isn't too high, so I went with Saurus crackers and grain fruit chips. See how you like
Chips
them.
and milk. Look. Look at Paimon. She's got like a one-piece dress. And she got her hair split. Pigtails. Also, isn't the trailer's hair longer? Like, we're like having the ponytail. I feel like it would have been longer.
Oh, thank you.
Like his braid is way longer.
These are great.
Well, I did make them myself. Very few young people know how to truly appreciate hot springs, so listen carefully. The temperature of the hot spring not only determines the type of snacks you should choose, but also the amount of time you should spend in the water. To bathe in a hot spring is to completely empty your mind. As such, swimming around the pool is incredibly disruptive and impolite, and something you should absolutely not learn from Mualani.
Hey!
All right, looks like you were able to adapt to the temperature, no problem. You should be able to switch to the natural springs then.
We're here for like less than like a couple
Well,
minutes.
I've got to get going. Oh, and make sure you drink your milk. I'm looking at you, Mualani. I still remember how you used to pour it into the water when you were little. That better not happen again, whether I'm here to catch you or not.
Okay.
Paimon
fan of
didn't
milk.
think you were the type to do something like that.
It's like a rebellious little shit.
I remember thinking I'd totally get away with it too. But turns out milk is pretty easy to spot when you pour it into clear water. Not my best work.
Pour it onto the rocks.
Some people get dizzy if they stay in here too long. You guys all right?
Oh, you have a nice hot spring.
Fine, just a bit stuffed.
All you had was milk and cookies. Milk and chips.
Looks like you two are naturals. Oh, by the way, I have to leave you on your own for a little while this afternoon. I'm gonna help the others fix up that abandoned spring.
No, at least we're not forced to do
I
it.
certainly don't trust their aesthetic tastes. Who knows what will become of the place if I leave them unattended? In exchange, though, I can recommend a couple of shops that are worth a visit.
Yeah, as long as we're on the way. How about we help her out?
Yeah, she
I don't wanna
brought
get
us
off of this,
snacks
bro.
and taught us about the hot springs. We want to do our part too.
This is not at all
Friends are
what I
supposed
was
to help
thinking.
each other out. We'd feel bad otherwise.
Now I really want to care. Barely
Well
know.
then, the more the merrier.
Guess we
Alright,
are gonna
we
be
should
doing
get going.
manual labor.
Let's organize the best hot spring gathering Natlan's ever seen.
Nice thumbs up. Goofy odd transitions we be doing in this game. Something tells me she isn't exactly just visiting a secret hot spring.
Mulani! Wait, you brought our guests too?
We're here to help.
But you're important guests. We can't put you to work.
Yeah, you're right. You shouldn't put us to work either way.
All right.
But fuck
Stop
it.
trying to out-polite each other, would you? The sooner we get this party started, the sooner we get to enjoy the real party. Now, where to start? Looks like the water outlet is blocked pretty bad. We'll need to dig under it. Ooh, those boxes in the corner need to be thrown out as well. Oh! They're moldy as all get out! Ugh. Also, someone needs to go out and get some cloth, wood, and decorations. Oh, and snacks too. I say we get enough for 20 or 30 people. Bulk purchases fetch the best prices after all. Oh, but don't just accept the first offer they give you.
Fucking foreman
I'm not
delegations
good
here.
at haggling. Why don't you go?
Hey, I'm not any better, and I wouldn't even know what to buy. How about we handle things here while you three deal with the shopping?
Jesus. We walked all the way out here just to go back to do shopping?
Yeah, that works too. I can introduce you to all the shops while we're at it. All right, let's meet back here later.
Guess we aren't gonna do manually.
To digging then?
Let's go!
Love them. Please design. They're not gonna have us walk down there. Actually, we should probably head there.
Take it easy.
How about those shops I was gonna introduce you to? We'll actually go see them now. What
Hey
we
there,
selling
Yellow
here?
Path. Hope business has been going well.
Yellow Path.
Well, if it isn't Mualani, back from the pilgrimage.
Low cut out.
That's right.
Right above the
Didn't make
Adonis.
the cut this year, though.
Well, it
And
wouldn't
flat
be a
as all
competition
hell.
if everyone got to win. So, what'll it be today?
Here, it's all on the list. Quite a sizable order, as you can see. So, can we expect a discount?
Can we expect
Wow,
this? Yeah.
that is a large order. What's it all for? A party?
That's right.
Nah,
Keep
restocking.
this between us for now, but we're throwing a hot spring party for Auntie Atea.
Wait, you're saying she can go in the hot springs again? That's great news! How about this? You can have the decorations on the
This is gonna
house,
backfire.
and I'll
Everything
give
is
you
going so
20%
smoothly.
off the cloth and wood.
There's no
Come
way
on,
in
I know
hell.
you can sweeten the deal. That pile of wood's been sitting there since I left for the pilgrimage. At this rate, you need to get rid of it or it's gonna go moldy.
What does it really go
All
that
right,
long
all
without
right.
harass? Especially good
Such a
treated
handful.
points.
Just give me a moment while I pack all this up for you.
Wow, that was amazing, Mualani.
All in a day's work. By the way, Yellowfath, are these 2 stones for sale?
Interested? They won't come cheap.
I'm not planning to haggle this time, I promise. Package them separately, would you?
No, those are gonna be gifts for someone.
Nope. Kachina likes shiny little trinkets, so whenever I come across something like that, I always buy it for her. I'll hold on to them for now. It'll be a nice little surprise for her when she returns victorious from battle. I'm sure she'll like it.
How about Gremlin's finna
All
die?
right, that should be everything. If you could just double check, make sure nothing's missing.
Let me see. Huh? What's this crate of juice doing here?
Juju's.
That's on the house. 7 years ago, when the Abyss attacked our tribe, Atea saved my brother's life. She never asked for anything in return, but I could never forget what she did for my family that day.
Is that orange fizzy juice? I wonder what could it possibly be.
So, send her my regards, would you? And have fun!
Oh, we will. It's gonna be a party to remember.
Wonder what that could
Thanks a
possibly
lot, Yellowfath. Well, that's our shopping done. Let's head back.
be. Well, I'll show you all the stores. Hit up just one store. One-stop shop, the general store.
We're back. How's everything going? Wow, this place cleaned up nice. You got the water unblocked too. Good work.
I would hope so. We spent all day clearing out debris from the bottom of the spring. Did you guys get everything?
We were gone all day.
Oh, we brought back tons of stuff. We set it down near the cave entrance.
All right then, roll up your sleeves, everyone, and let's get back to work.
Actually, why don't you two take a break? I'll handle it from here. Traveler, mind lending me a hand?
Let's get to building.
So, I was brainstorming on the way over, and I'm thinking we could draw something on the wall over here, and the snacks and drinks can go over there.
The price of graffiti still. I think we did that quest.
So, what do you think? Not bad, right?
It looks amazing! Paimon had no idea you were such a great designer!
Well, I'm usually the one in charge of the family store, so I'm pretty good at things like renovation and organization.
Oh, your family owns a store?
Not to mention, this was totally a group effort. Still, I didn't expect it to take quite this long. Guess it's too late to invite Auntie Atea over, huh?
Yeah, tonight's definitely not gonna work. Chief Amina set up those patrols to guard against the Abyss, and Atea volunteered. So she's on watch tonight.
I see. Well, guess the surprise will have to wait until tomorrow. This could actually be a good thing. She can relieve all the exhaustion of keeping watch all night by soaking in the hot spring. Ha! She's gonna love it.
This
Well,
watch.
let's call it a day then.
Something's gotta
Traveler,
go wrong.
Paimon, you must be tired too. Come on, I'll take you to the inn.
Inn. You don't call it a resort? Yeah, I think it's supposed to be a super vacation spot. You would call it a resort. I guess full-on tourism hasn't been established. It's one of those beachfront houses like on beach resorts that you can just walk into, even if you aren't the owner. People don't leave shit unlocked. It's got a bunch
All
of
right,
entrances.
this is it. Get a good night's sleep, okay? I'll see you tomorrow.
Yep, good night!
Oh, okay. Walk this here to the left.
Paimon's exhausted. We really went all over the place today, didn't we? Anyway, we need
Yeah,
to
we
be
went
well
to the
rested for
tournament
the
and
party
to Natlan.
tomorrow, so let's head inside.
Something's gotta go wrong. She's either not gonna learn to the hot spring, she's gonna die in the Abyss Watch. The expedition to stall the Abyss is gonna fail. Something's gonna happen.
Why now?
Hi? What's with all the noise?
Traveler, Paimon, wake up!
Mualani?
Like
What's
a
going
lightning
on?
striking outside.
Where did all these monsters come from?
Roof towns. Okay.
It's the Abyss. Our patrols are trying to drive them back as we speak. Come with me. I'll take you somewhere safe.
Save.
Mualani!
Now we're
a little
fucking
help
over
over
there.
here. We can't hold them back much longer.
Save. We're gonna
One
fight our way
moment.
through this.
I'll be right there. Couldn't have said it better myself. Hang in there. We're here to help.
The safest place is with us. We're experts at fucking shit. We're not playing Mulan like that. No.
No, my sword! Let me weave you a verse.
Rises!
I can't see these fucking seconds.
Round them up! Things are about to get dicey.
Have they been contaminated by the Abyss?
No, they are the Abyss. Destroy them.
Thank you.
I'm alright. Go help the others.
I almost died.
Here comes the challenge.
Get back here, little shit.
Off we go.
No, okay, that was it. There's just 4 creatures.
We've cleared out most of the monsters over here. Thanks for your help. It would have taken me ages on my own.
Yeah.
Looks like
Solo
we're still
characters
in
usually
for a
have time to
long
do
night,
that.
though. We still have no idea where these creatures are coming from. Let's go ask Amina. She'll have a better handle on the situation. Need a surfboard?
Hello? Hello? That's twice now. I've gotten like stuck on stuff.
Amina!
What happened when I was doing Kazuha with the diving?
Oh, it's you three. Thank you for helping clear out those monsters. We were prepared for an attack, but we didn't have enough people to prevent them from breaking through our defenses. No casualties so far, though.
No casualties? Alright, so hey, I
Where
was
did they
wrong.
come from this time?
Auntie ain't dead yet.
The east side. We've pinpointed the position of an abyssal pylon, but we don't have enough manpower to take it down.
An abyssal pylon? What's that?
A kind of gate created by the Abyss. One that allows monsters from the Night Kingdom to enter the physical world.
Fucking
The
Oblivion
only way
gates?
to end the attack is to destroy the pylon as soon as possible. Otherwise, the endless hordes of monsters will exhaust our defenses.
Exactly. That's what I'm most concerned about. Their numbers suggest there might even be multiple pylons in the area. We're searching for them as we speak.
Damn, chocolate Garagura, be right. We gotta go
All
find
right, we'll
fucking
go seal
Oblivion
off the
gates
one
and
to the
close them.
east. Traveler, Paimon, can I count on your help again?
Of course! We can't just sit back and do nothing.
I wonder why they're invading
On
now.
behalf of the people of the springs,
Full-scale
you
invasion.
have my thanks.
This shows that the Abyss has
We're
the ability to
counting
do
on
that.
you.
Open pylons,
Let's go.
launch
There's
full-scale
no time
attacks.
to lose. Take care, Amina.
Clearly, this Night Kingdom faction is a lot
On
stronger.
behalf of the people of the springs, you have my thanks.
Or the area that this Night Kingdom is in. Not living around this Night
Let's
Kingdom.
ride!
Certainly makes them a lot stronger or more bolder to launch full-scale invasions. Like I said before, the only time we've seen them launch an invasion like that was in, was it Mondstadt?
Off we go.
And that was like barely a fucking force.
Carving waves!
Demon solo, right?
Mualani, is that the pylon?
That's it, all right. Come on, let's get rid of...
Part of the Abyss is descended upon the world, displaying a rejection of all... Displaying a rejection of all that is. Targeted by the blah 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 elemental
this
attacks.
thing.
Come on!
Witness the power.
Oh, my shit's way on cooldown. Okay. That was good, but you don't have to go as much. I guess in this case, this would be a perfect use more long. Yeah, there you go. Seriously?
Blown away!
Pylon! It's over there! Hurry!
Atoa? Hey, that's the same voice actor for what's it?
Let me lead you a bit. Things are about to get dicey.
Keep that super low on screen. Which is fine. That's just some shout. What's our Amazon energy we need to... I can't see!
Whew! That should do it, right?
That's a 1.
I don't see any more monsters, so... Looks like we're in the clear.
Do these attacks happen a lot? Must be hard on your tribe.
I'll say, do they launch all over Natlan, or is it just your tribe that happens to get fucked
Yeah,
over by
it
the
makes
water?
things hard sometimes, but... That's how our ancestors have always lived.
Motherfuckers been doing this for shit for like 500,
Besides,
400
the
years?
Abyss doesn't care how difficult our
Thousands?
lives are. Fighting back is the only option. Come on, we should head back. Huh? What are you looking at? Is there something over there?
More
You're
abyssal
right.
creatures.
Mualani, look! They're coming from that direction! Wait, that area looks kind of familiar.
Location of the abandoned spring.
What? How unlucky can we get? We just finished the renovations.
Yeah, the abyss is about to
We
fuck it
probably
up.
don't have any reinforcements over there, so it's up to us. Let's move.
Seems like the monsters are decreasing in number.
Come on, everyone, keep it up!
NPC dialogue goes fucking crazy.
Off we go.
Does Mulan have... No, both her and Kachina are buying
I
shit.
will have order.
Yeah, she doesn't have a swim button.
Rain outlines your fate. Busted. Gotcha.
Archon.
Here comes the catch.
Time to go!
Fuck time.
Go!
Oh, come on. What's going on? I knew she was gonna finna die, bro. I called it.
Ateya, what are you doing here? Where's the pylon?
Well, she does have a vision.
Where do you think? If I'm here, means that thing is long gone. I was in a hurry, so it's not my best work. You should check if all the important stuff is still here.
Stop talking for now. That wound looks bad. The abyssal power is corroding your body.
Is this the right area? Hello? Anyone there?
What is that? So she has a pyro vision. Well,
Mulani.
NPC's vision. Let's go.
And Ateya.
Interesting.
What's
Vision
going
where
on?
being corrupted by the
We were
abyss.
told the second pylon was over here.
Ateya took care of it, but she's injured. Quick, someone get a doctor!
Bro, there ain't no doctor that can cure that shit, bro. Only our character can do that. Can cure abyssal corruption.
All right, stop fussing. Don't you think I know my own limits? The main thing is they didn't destroy anything. This is a beautiful hot spring, by the way. I can tell how much work you put
Hey,
into
let
it.
her go into the hot spring one last time before she
no.
dies.
This was meant to be a surprise.
For me, right? I know.
Ateya!
Jesus,
You
bro.
think I couldn't tell
Give
you
them
were
the scene
avoiding me
content.
on purpose? Not one of you stopped to say hello today. It couldn't be more obvious that you were hiding something. And you, Mualani, were you the one that brought the snacks? How many times have I told you, you have to choose them based on the temperature of the water?
Oh, forget about that. The doctor's almost here, and you're gonna get all better. Then we can have a meal together, and I'll help you make whatever you want, okay? You just have to hold on.
No one went for a doctor. How the fuck are we getting a doctor?
The impurities
call
and the
back to the
elemental energy
beginning of
we
the game.
embody repel each other.
That's what I'm talking about. We talked about Mondstadt.
What? The crystal has been purified? When?
Mondstadt's the only other time we saw the abyss
anguish he
attack.
feels has
Same
brought
thing with
him
us
to tears.
purifying people.
I also came across a teardrop crystal. Can you purify it?
Yeah, back that you ever remember that for the last fucking 4 years straight?
Ateya! Ateya! Wait, what do you mean?
My fucking magic, bro.
What is this? Some sort of purification? The abyssal power, it's being cleansed away!
How can that be?
Poor
I
God.
never knew that was even possible.
Ateya!
The mark of the abyss. It's gone.
Yeah, we
Yes,
can just
thanks
use
to
it.
the Traveler. By the way, Traveler, are you alright?
Yeah, bro, it's just like how in
I
SWTOR,
just saw
the
you purify
Jedi
abyssal
Counselor
power from
started.
Ateya's body.
where you could purify that with the
That didn't
costume
injure
stuff.
you in any way, did it?
No, actually, so where's the other one? to do
You're
that?
sure?
Actually, that's true. We've only done it twice. We don't know the consequences.
Good. Good.
Thank goodness.
Where's that doctor? That no one went
You
to go
scared
get.
us all half to death just now.
Should have made like a cutscene, bro. Should have had her put her hand on the wound and then fucking actually do it.
All right, everyone, head back and
We
get
couldn't
some
get that
rest.
animated either. You
We'll
couldn't get a
meet here
picture of
tomorrow.
that. Come on.
We'll celebrate Atea's recovery and our triumph over the abyss.
You're gonna do the picture things for
And
certain
most
cutscenes.
importantly,
The still pictures.
We'll
Just
show
do
the
that.
Traveler and Paimon how grateful we are for their aid.
Put some dialogue of people
Let's
yelling.
make it an occasion to remember.
Have us tossed in the air.
Dismissed!
Got it!
What a lackluster ass shit.
Got
ever.
any other secret powers I should know about? But seriously, you really came through for us tonight, so thank you.
Woman's been living that for like the last 20 years, and we just purified it in 10 seconds flat.
I almost forgot you had that ability. You used it back in Mondstadt to cleanse Dvalin's tears, didn't you?
Yeah, MacGuffin only used when needed.
That was some quick thinking, Traveler. Huh?
But it makes sense.
You look like something's bothering you. What's wrong?
We haven't fought the Abyss directly since Mondstadt. I mean, we have with our sister and Danslip, but like we haven't really like gone to direct contact with stuff. Yeah. Once that power existed within her body, corroding it from the inside. I do my best to cleanse that power for now, but it's already deeply ingrained with her internal organs. Leave you as fragile as a dry leaf.
Abyssal power still exists within her body. Immersing herself in hot water would accelerate the corrosion of her internal organs and the progression of her illness.
We think Auntie Atea's illness has taken a turn for the better.
She could never come into contact with hot water before, and now she's visiting the hot springs every night. I mean, it's pretty obvious what that means, right?
Yeah, homie was on a suicide pack, essentially.
Hello? Traveler! Maybe you can zone out some other time because Paimon can barely keep her eyes open. Let's head back for now.
Shut up, Paimon. And besides, the Abyssal Corruption should have already taken its toll. In the sense that she's going to be extremely weakened. Like that, everyone thought, yeah, everyone thought she's gotten better. Or she's gotten incredibly worse to the point where she's just going to enjoy the last moments of her life. Look at that, she had given up hope, and at the last moment, the Traveler came and saved her. But the damage she suffered, I'm pretty sure that's permanent. So, she's fucked. That's basically what I'm saying. Like losing an arm and staunching the bleeding. Yeah, you'll survive, but the arm's gone forever. The Abyssal Corruption will drain you.
Not interested in hanging out with the other kids?
Well, it's probably because we're not a kid. We're 500
Snacks
years
not
old.
to your taste? Hot spring temperature too high? None of the above, huh? I heard you were the one who cleansed the abyssal power yesterday. You sensed it, didn't you?
What do you mean, it was the one who cleansed the Abyssal Power? You were literally there when we fucking fisted your soul out.
I was hoping to keep it a secret for a few more days. Didn't want to ruin the celebrations and all. But looks like it was no use.
Hey, kid!
Who, me?
Honestly. Who?
Yes, you. Come on. Let's go for a walk.
Hey, where are you going? Did something happen?
Just going to get some air. It's too noisy in here. You have fun. We'll be right back. Oh, and there are extra snacks in that box over there if they need replenishing. Baked them all fresh this morning.
Oh, they actually made her look over.
All
It's
right,
like not her
sounds
head.
great.
Little subtle things. The extra animations.
Mualani.
Yeah?
Yeah?
You've gotten so tall. You know that. Feels like just yesterday you were that rambunctious kid causing trouble all around the hot springs. It's like all that time passed in the
It's
blink
a
of
super
an eye.
pin on her chest.
Tell me, how are your parents?
They're away on business. Seriously, Atea, what's going on? You're acting strange. Traveler, did something happen? Both of you seem a little off today.
Suppose I didn't know she had a pirate vision.
I guess I should explain. I wasn't visiting the hot springs because I was getting better. And that pylon yesterday, I didn't go face it by myself because I was reckless or too anxious to wait for reinforcements. It's because my body isn't going to last much longer. Your friend saved my life in that cave, and because of that, I got to enjoy this celebration with you all. But I'm just a few days shy of the end. The hot springs, I'm just trying to enjoy them for as long as I have left.
At least you can actually enjoy them now since we cured you. But yeah, like I said, the abyssal corruption damage that's already done is like, it's done.
Mualani?
If we had cured her earlier...
That better
years
not
ago-
happen again, whether I'm here to catch you or not. That's what you said back at the artificial spring. I had a bad feeling then, but I didn't want it to be true.
This happy music doesn't really fit.
Wanted to believe you were actually recovering.
You want to know something? Recovery, death, to me, the two aren't all that different. Both are worth celebrating. You've never been resurrected, so you might not understand. But Death and I, we're old pals by now. There's nothing sad about being reunited with an old friend. I lived with regret for a long time. Regret that my illness meant I could no longer take to the front lines, especially as our nation slid deeper into crisis. But yesterday, I was finally able to let go of that regret. Not only because I found the strength to fight the abyss, even at the end of my life, but because I got to see you in action, Mualani.
Is there actually never
Seeing
seen her
you
fight?
out there, it made me realize that I don't need to worry about our tribe or our nation's future. You have the capacity to bring us all together. Even if I was never injured, old age would still take me one day. But I've done what I needed to do. The future is in your hands now. Just remember, whether in life or death, I am always with you.
Like a big
I
sister.
understand.
Or mom.
Seems like you've given this a lot of thought, Ateya. Thank you for telling me all this. I'll do everything in my power to protect our tribe, our nation, and live up to the example you set for me.
Good. Oh, and if any of you have the chance to meet with the Archon, could you give this to her for me?
What is...
A talisman I've carried with me my whole life. It may seem strange to say while I'm still alive, but just think of it as a relic I'm leaving for her.
Yeah, but you give her to the Archon?
It's
I know
brought
you're
me
friends
good
with him, but
fortune in
still.
battle. Even after I became too sick to fight, I never took it off. Just tell her it embodies fond memories and my strength of will. She'll know what I'm trying to say.
Don't worry. We'll make sure she gets it.
What's gonna happen to her vision? She's gonna die in a couple days. I'm glad like Mualani isn't like
All
crying
right.
and sniveling.
That's all I
Just-
wanted to say.
People die all
Let's
the
head
time in
back
this
to the
nation.
party.
In a nation of
No use
war, as
spending
in
what
they're
little
fighting
time I have
constantly.
left being sad.
Traveler, Ateya, Mualani! If you don't hurry up, there won't be any snacks left!
Paimon out here wasn't bothered by us walking
Excuse me,
away.
what did I say about bathing in the hot springs on a full stomach? Hey, are you listening to me? Life is a journey in which there's no turning back. So forge ahead and don't hold back.
Nice poetry. You from Liwa? Look at that. Well, that's a simple chapter. Blessing of Tona's Flame. Okay. But wait until 2 days later. Man. Act 1. think you should go on Act 2 now, huh? Alright. We'll wait the 2 days, and we'll see what happens. Because then we'll... Oh... Okay, so... Looking to seize opportunities and accomplish great things. Ad Astra... Ad Astra... Oh, right, that was for the start the tribe.
Ad Astra. Thank you for Ad Astra.
This entire chapter basically dedicated to the fact that we got to see the nations in action. We got to see warriors, how the Abyss is launching their attacks. We got bit into Mualani. Got her personality. We got to see the tribe, the fucking the tribe. Oh, what else did we get? What little knowledge do we get? At least the game did acknowledge what I've been saying.
The ability to not get lost some sort of talent?
That he's going to reference back to Mondstadt events, because that is the last nation we saw the Abyss attack, and that's not just a fucking lack of storytelling thing. Like, clearly, because they're calling back to the purification thing, it's an intentional part that we haven't really seen the Abyss act. I believe we're probably going to figure out why, based on whatever's happening in here, because clearly this Night Soul and the Abyss are able to open portals and like fighting very differently than any other nation we've seen. There's really something about this place that makes it way easier for the Abyss to invade from or attack or whatever the fuck. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that is. Other than that, alright. We'll wait the 2 days, which you'll find out in the next part. Alright. 2 days later. 2 days later. I wonder. I do wonder what the implications of the Abyss being able to launch assaults here. Is it going to imply that the reason we didn't see the Abyss in the other nations was because they were fighting their wars here? And is it the Abyss or the Abyss Order? Because it might just be the Abyss itself could be launching attacks. And not like the Abyss Order. Like we go there, we find out, is our sister or our sibling coordinating the assaults on this place for some reason, trying to get something specific? Clearly the not Lydian people out here don't have a problem dying, and they can rebirth if they die in the whatever the fuck and their name's alive. So it makes me wonder, maybe this is going for that, kind of like how they wanted to go for Mondstadt's library, because the fairy tales there can allude to what happens next in the world. Imagine if you're able to get the names, you'll see what warriors are alive, or maybe you can corrupt them and get the strongest of a generation on your side. Plenty of things the Abyss could be done.
Paimon feels like a whole new Paimon after those 2 days in the hot springs. The Abyss kind of threw a wrench in our relaxation, though.
A wrench, bro. Blew up one of the fucking people.
Still, spending time here really has felt like a vacation. The Kaholosaurs are so nice and so fun to play with. Their bellies are super bouncy. Oh, and Atea's snacks were so delicious. She gave Paimon some for the road just this morning, actually.
What's she up to? Dying peacefully?
Yelling at some kids who got caught throwing stones in the hot springs, so not much has changed since we first met her.
Now why would she switch up her life, bro? She was already dying before. Now she knows she's dying peacefully.
Hey, you guys. Sleep well last night?
Yep, this area is so nice.
It is very peaceful.
Glad you like it. I was thinking of taking you guys out to do some sea fishing. Later tonight, we can eat whatever we catch. Fresh fish is absolutely delicious right off the grill.
Damn right.
Hey, Mualani!
Oh, she's something that like we don't know. Like we've never caught fucking
Yeah?
fish before.
What do you need?
The team sent out to fight in the Night Warden Wars has returned.
And Kachina? Is she back as well?
Nah, she's fucking dead.
Kachina fell in
No, she actually is fucking dead.
But don't worry. The team was victorious, so the rite of resurrection will be held in the stadium soon.
First mission, and she fucking dies. I'm talking about death.
That's a relief.
Death is like
The Abyss is
so
cunning,
meaningless.
and it was her first time. Mistakes are bound to happen.
Exactly. She deserves to hold her head up high.
All right, thanks for letting me know. We'll head out in a bit.
I want to see what this Ode to Resurrection looks like. Bitch straight up died.
Jeez, she sounded a little anxious there. Had me thinking it was bad news for a moment.
Well, funny as fuck to be like, oh, she died and the team
You
failed
said
and
the
have this
Abyss
music
was
going.
cunning just now, but it seems like the Abyss just wants to destroy everything.
How are you retarded?
Think about all those monsters that attacked your tribe. If there really was some sort of cunning plan, wouldn't it make more sense to send them to attack Kachina and her small team? Not that Paimon wants them to be in any more danger, it's just...
Relax, I get it. The Abyss is difficult to understand, that's for sure. At a glance, it certainly seems like the only goal is total destruction. The Abyss isn't a living entity after all, so what capacity for logic or planning could it possibly possess?
Yeah, that's why the Abyss
But
Order
through
exists.
our long history of fighting the Abyss, we've realized things aren't quite so simple. 500 years ago, the Abyss invaded Teyvat. You know about that, right?
So they only invaded 500 years ago? Uh-oh. How about all that lore, all those lore experts who talked about the Dragon King wielding the power of the Abyss and returning?
That's right. Conria suffered greatly during that time. But so did every other nation in Teyvat.
What's all those people talk about the
And
second who
Natlan
came
was
being
the worst
Abyss?
affected
Or the
of
first
all.
who came, or the third who came.
It took the combined efforts of the then Pyro Archon and heroes from every tribe to finally repel the Abyss. Even so, the effects of the invasion lingered for hundreds of years, only able to be reversed little by little.
So that makes me wonder. I'm taking this as a screenshot, by the way. Why was Natlan
Our
affected
tribe's
the worst?
waters were contaminated.
This has to be their landing spot.
The Children of Echo's territory was overrun by dangerous sludge surging from underground.
Hey, that sounds like
Unrelenting
most of the
black
chasm.
winds tore across the lands of the Flower Feather clan. It was like each disaster was designed for a specific tribe.
I just said the foundation of each tribe. Yeah, the Abyss invaded 500 years ago? I think you mean the Abyss has always been here, and the Abyss Order was organized and launched innovation 500 years ago. I'm pretty sure, but she couldn't know that.
Exactly. We once thought that the Abyss's desire for destruction was a sort of primal instinct, but its methods are, in truth, marked by intelligence.
I think that's
We now believe
alluding
the
to the
Abyss
fact
has
that
invaded
it's
the
our
Night
sibling.
Kingdom, and has the capacity to read the memories of this land at any given moment.
And that's how it became so dangerous and cunning. Almost like it knows you inside and out.
Yes, and that's why we've been unable to fully eradicate it, even after all this time. Luckily, the problems left behind by the Abyss have been successfully addressed by the various Pyro Archons we've had over the years. Now every tribe is prospering and things are looking up. I mean, just look at what we managed to do a few days ago. We totally fought them off.
That's true. Other nations? Oh, you mean one.
You must have had to sacrifice a lot to get to this point.
Every battle, every sacrifice is in pursuit of a future where we get to stop fighting. Responsibility, duty, unavoidable burden. Everyone in Natlan views the war differently. But I believe we will be rid of the Abyss one day. And the efforts of all who fought against them will become a story for the ages.
Yeah, we have to kill our
To think
sibling
that
at
my
that
name
point.
could survive in ballads passed down to future generations, it's kind of romantic.
I mean, isn't that
Everyone
the whole
has
warrior
something that
culture
drives them
about?
forward, you know?
You make me want to contribute. You can do it.
We have to. Not only for ourselves, but for our future. Anyway, let's head to the stadium. Our fishing trip can wait until Kachina's back with us.
So
The
interesting.
sea's not going anywhere.
Okay. Invasion of Conria. So yeah, basically what that alludes to on the surface is like, oh, the Abyss isn't as intelligent. So like everyone in the world will think that like they somehow gained intelligence, but to us who are in the know, our sibling organized the Abyss Order and has been launching the invasion. So I was right. What I was saying in the last part, when I was wondering and debating how the Abyss, why it's launching attacks if it is coordinated with the Abyss Order. And that basically confirmed. That answered my question directly. It 100% is our sibling coordinating the assaults. And has been for the last 500 years. And the Abyss did not invade Teyvat 500 years ago. Or I guess it did invade, but it's always been around. Shit, she's the only one who died? Straight up, she's the only one who fucking died.
Ooh, this place is packed already.
Of course. No one's gonna miss out on the chance to welcome our heroes back from battle. It's their moment of glory. Kachina's gonna be so flustered. She's never had this many eyes on her before.
She's also never died before. You know, is that not like a thing anyone thinks about?
Yeah, she doesn't seem like the kind of person who likes being the center of attention.
Looks like I'm just in time.
You got the news too? Your friend got obliterated?
Yeah, a commission ran longer than expected, but I made it. I heard about the incident with your tribe, Mualani. Is everyone all right?
Yeah, it's all taken care of. Our new friend here's got some tricks up his sleeve, by the way. He's just as strong as Kachina made him out to be.
We could have done better, honestly.
Hey, look! Is it about to start?
That's right. Someone will come out and recite a eulogy, and then we'll sing the Ode of Resurrection together. Come on, let's find a spot with a good view. When the singing starts, just follow my lead and you'll be fine. Let's go somewhere higher up so Kachina can spot us.
Sun tells me she's not coming back. Old man, Mongolian looking old man.
Warriors of Natlan, heed the call of life. We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind. Those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
I could not find Kachina within the Night Kingdom, or locate her ancient name.
She's dead.
What?
What does that even mean?
Cool Ode of Resurrection. So that's the Ode of Resurrection.
Usually once the Ode is complete, the Pyro Archon and resurrected person will emerge from the flames. But something went wrong.
What's going on? This has never happened before.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. Clearly, the team sent to fight the Abyss didn't win after all. Think about it. The Ode rekindles all victors. We've witnessed it countless times. Since the Archon couldn't find Kachina in the Night Kingdom, that must mean there's more to this victory than meets the eye.
What's that? Animation.
You just haven't gotten over the fact that Kachina beat you in the pilgrimage!
Pathetic. The both of you.
Your wild guesses are misplaced. We completed our mission.
Maybe you did, but who's to say whether that little girl even contributed at all? Maybe she got scared and ran off. Why would the YUB recognize someone like her, even if she was on the winning team?
How dare you insult a hero of Natlan like that? Kachina sacrificed herself to repel the Abyss. She doesn't deserve to be subjected to your vile rumors when she's not even here to defend herself.
Calm down, Mualani. There's no point arguing with the likes
That's
of
a
them.
weak argument.
I can't just sit here and let them slander her like that.
All you have to say is
To
do
insult
something
a
you
hero of
could never do.
Natlan, the person actually has to be a hero.
Just call it the fact that something they could never achieve.
You!
That's literally
Think
it.
about it, everyone. Who do you think is really at fault here? A girl who never should have even gone to war? Or the great Pyro Archon? Why would the rules of our nation suddenly stop working?
That's true.
Pretty shitty for
She
the
wasn't
Archon
revived. It
to
must mean she failed to
let
achieve
this
victory.
speculation go on and not silence it
Maybe
immediately.
the YUB interpret victory in different ways?
I mean, that girl didn't look all that strong to me.
Yeah. You gonna stand there like a retard instead of pointing at the head?
Tina wouldn't have run! That's not like her at all!
No! She's been waiting for this moment for too long. No matter how daunting the situation, no matter how scared she might feel, she's always the first person to stand up and face it head on. We don't even know what happened. So don't you dare try to use this as an excuse to vent your anger or slander her reputation.
Fine. We'll find out what happens soon enough. Then, we'll see who truly deserves glory.
That's enough. There is no doubt about today's victory, or Kachina's part in it. She is a hero worthy of our admiration and celebration. However, the failure of today's ceremony is undeniable. Kachina has not been rekindled, and I offer you all my deepest apologies as I continue to investigate this matter. To prevent further casualties, I have decided to suspend the pilgrimage until this matter is resolved.
What?
No one is all-knowing. No one is infallible, not even myself. But doubt is a means by which we seek the truth, not a weapon we wield against others.
I didn't mean it that way, Archon. I just...
If there are things you wish to clarify, then ask me directly. Doubt my answer if you wish. But now's your chance. You have concerns? State them.
No, of course not.
Even though I have said nothing to change your mind, then it would seem the truth never mattered to you at all.
That guy doesn't even have the courage to answer the Pyro Archon's question. So much for all that glory talk earlier.
I have a question, Archon. My friend Kachina. Do you have any idea where she is? It's extremely important to me.
A real brave
I know
warrior.
you said you were investigating the situation, but I'm sorry, that's not enough.
I've already shared everything I know. If you want to learn the truth and rescue your friends sooner, you should join the investigation. So, what do you say?
Of course I'll join.
It sounds like she was offering up anyways.
In that case, come see me in the speaker's chamber.
We should join them.
Oh, and if it's not too much trouble, could you drop by as well, Traveler? I'd like to have a chat. Rest assured, everyone, I'll keep the tribal chiefs informed on the progress of the investigation.
That's why no one on the ground there spoke
Once
up.
again, I apologize for the outcome of this ceremony. If there are no further
No
questions,
one on the ground spoke up
let's
as to
part
what
for now.
happened. Looked like we should join her too. You
did
saw her
she
fall
just
in battle.
Ask us to come along?
I believe she did. Let's go. I'd like to know what's going on myself.
Huh? No one invited your ass, dog. What? Nobody invited him. Excuse me?
The situation is urgent, so I'll get straight to the point. Kachina is undoubtedly a hero of Natlan, and I'm deeply sorry this happened to her.
You couldn't say this out there on the stage?
There's
I mean,
been
you barely
unrest in
did.
the Night Kingdom, but I don't know what's causing it. As a result, I've been unable to track down her location. Until we find and address the cause of the unrest, the Ode of Resurrection will continue to be ineffective.
And that means Kachina won't be able to come back?
No one will be able to come back, head ass.
That's correct. Not until the problem with the Night Kingdom is resolved.
How long will that take?
Shit,
hard
she
to
doesn't even
say.
know what the hell the problem is.
Kachina always dreamed of fighting the Abyss. Of doing her part to defend Natlan.
Well, she got that dream. She just happened to die doing
She
it.
wasn't afraid of death because she knew, if it came down to it, the Pyro Archon would be there to bring her back to life. Whenever we sat down together, exhausted from training, she would always hum the Ode of Resurrection. She was supposed to come back to us. We were supposed to hug her and celebrate with her and share her joy. We supported her every step of the way, but what are we supposed to do now? Sit peacefully and wait for her return? Lose ourselves in grief over her death? Tell me, are we her friends? Or her murderers?
That's not fair, Mualani.
Yeah, it's kind of retarded assessment, but
It's all right. I understand your rage and your grief. Kachina's life means a great deal to me, Mualani. Believe me, I want to bring her back as soon as possible. I would give you that peace of mind if I could. But please, hear what I have to say so I can at least give you a broader picture of the issue we are now facing. Considering the recent attack on your tribe, I believe the Abyss has found a new means of undermining the rules of our nation.
love it.
You mean...
They've evolved.
The Sacred Flame. The foundation of our resistance against the Abyss. If we continue to hold the pilgrimage and send teams to fight the Abyss, there will likely be more casualties. But if we stop altogether, the Sacred Flame will only grow weaker. The Abyss will scale up their attacks, and the tragedy we saw with the people of the Springs will only be the first of many.
If we compare the two choices, the former seems to be the lesser of two evils. Sorry, I know that may sound harsh, but I bear the name Malipo. Weighing the costs is my duty. The raw truth can be cruel. But we need to understand it if we want to approach this rationally.
So you got dual death
But
by
what
attrition.
would you say, Mualani?
No fighters
This is
sent out,
personal
Flame
for
withers,
you.
death by attrition.
And unlike
No longer
Kenichi,
protected from
I
the
dare
abyss.
say it's not a simple case of weighing up which course of action is less painful.
Send your
is
men
it?
in,
No.
they die, you keep
can't
losing
choose
them.
between
Can't bring
them,
them
and I
back.
don't want
Death
to.
by attrition.
Saying that one is preferable over the other is disrespectful to the people who suffered.
You're saying it doesn't matter whether I suspend the pilgrimage. The consequences will be equally painful.
Equally painful. The outcome's the same.
What happened to Kachina breaks my heart. But I couldn't bring myself to sacrifice other people for her sake.
And that is the crux of the problem. It's not simply a matter of choosing the lesser of two evils. Either way, there will be people who suffer. And the end result will be the same. Belief in the pilgrimage will waver.
Yep.
Once doubt has crept in, the people will no longer unite in battle against the Abyss. And that is exactly what the Abyss wants.
Take it
Their
out by
ultimate goal
subterfuge.
isn't to break the rules that make the Ode of Resurrection work. It's to destroy the people's faith in them. To prevent what happened to Kachina from happening to anyone else, we need to suspend the pilgrimage. So that is my current plan. And in the meantime, I've made efforts to strengthen each tribe's defenses. Then, we have to find another way of strengthening the Sacred Flame to keep the Abyss at bay. This won't be easy. I'll need time to figure out the best approach.
How the fuck do we show up in the
I
nation of war
understand
and the
your
war
anger,
gets suspended?
Mualani, but I hope that provided some clarity, at least.
Wow. Hyman thought things were gonna get heated for a second, but the Pyro Archon took the time to explain everything so patiently.
I owe you an apology, Archon. I let
Yeah, 'cause
myself
that's
get
kinda how
carried
an
away
actual
earlier,
leader should
and
be.
I'm sorry. You're right. We need to focus on finding solutions.
We could always hold the pilgrimage without sending a team to fight in the Night Warden Wars. That way, we would still be able to fuel the sacred flame.
I've considered that, but the two events have nearly always been linked.
Well, time for a change.
Without the chance to fight the Abyss, pilgrimage rankings lose their prestige, and competitor numbers will drop.
Well, they don't make it a
With fewer
competition. Make it a
participants,
damn obligation
the amount
of the
of
nation.
contending fire produced will decrease, and the vicious cycle will continue
What
indefinitely.
is this like? The competition
So
will suffer.
essentially, the Abyss is taking Kachina hostage.
How about we just make it a voluntary army to fight the Abyss? Enough of this competition bullshit.
You've learned about the concept of ley lines during your travels, yes? The Night Kingdom is something similar.
Something similar.
Staying there for a short period of time shouldn't have an effect on the person. But with the Abyss in the picture,
You mean
it's a different
it's like
story.
the ley lines? The ley lines are the foundation of the entire
Your
fucking
sense of
way
self will
Irminsul's
be
work.
devoured until eventually you become one with the sea of souls. Imagine pouring a cup of water into a rushing river. You can try to scoop up another cup, but there's no chance it will be the same water you had before. I won't sugarcoat it. That is the danger Kachina is currently facing.
Just like you said, Archon. Both of these problems need to be addressed. You can focus all your efforts on dealing with the Sacred Flame. I will go search for Kachina.
The Abyss poses the same threat to you as it does to her. It is very possible you will not return. Knowing that, do you still choose to go?
Kachina's waiting for us to rescue her. That's all that matters.
Is she though?
I failed to protect her during our campaign.
Yeah.
But I can make
Can
it
we
up
get
to
one
her
of these
now.
assholes to explain what happened?
I choose to go as well.
She fell in battle, but how?
Traveler? What do you think?
Yeah, this isn't how it should have. I promise. I promise she would have a chance to learn from it. Yeah, she'll learn firsthand when we rescue her.
Understood. Then I'll support you in any way I can. The Masters of the Nightwind have a technique that can extract an ancient name from the ley lines. If we can find Kachina's ancient name, I can use the link between them to pinpoint her position within the Night Kingdom.
You gonna do that up there on
Then
the stage?
comes the hard part. You need to visit the Night Kingdom in person and rescue her.
So we're gonna be sending like a special forces squad?
Isn't the Night Kingdom a land of souls? Can we even go there?
What do you think they fight their war
Under
in,
normal
Paimon?
circumstances, only the consciousness can enter. But there is a way to go there in person. However, know that the Night Kingdom will attempt to repel you, and the Abyss certainly won't leave you be.
That's fine by me.
Same here. Fighting the Abyss is nothing new for me.
Yeah, we've been doing this shit for like the last 4 years.
So, Paimon's the only one who's scared? Well, if you're going, Traveler, Paimon's going too.
Lali of the Masters of the Nightwind once created an artifact that can be used to communicate with the Wyab. We call it the Spirit Speaker Stone.
Do we have to go get that artifact
It was
in the
originally
world?
used as a ceremonial artifact wielded by the tribal chiefs. But that spiritual quality also means it can be used to search for an ancient name.
That was the artifact I delivered to the Scions of the Canopy a few days ago. Didn't think I'd be hearing about it again so soon.
Thank you
Great
so
job,
much for
everything
your
along.
help, everyone.
Your thanks are unnecessary. I will offer you whatever aid I can, but your fellowship and courage are what will truly decide the success of this operation. Besides, you're the ones helping me. I can only focus on one thing at a time, after all.
So we're secretly gonna go in?
Traveler, I certainly didn't expect our first conversation to be so serious.
My shit in
I've
tone.
heard all about your accomplishments. Ever since you arrived, I've been hoping to meet you and offer you Natlan's highest level of hospitality.
Well, you sure as fuck haven't done that.
Why?
Why? Is that not what happened in the other nations you visited?
Not really.
Yeah, things were pretty complicated at the start. And, you know, in the middle. But our reputation's solid nowadays.
That's more like it. After all, I've heard you're someone who transcends fate.
Yeah, we're someone who could crack it, apparently.
Perhaps even more than you can imagine. But we can talk about that some other time.
Yeah, let me guess, you're a fucking ley line reader also?
Perfect night
You know there are
for a
visionaries who
drink and
can
some
see if
musical
each-
ambiance. But there are important things to be done.
Oh, I almost forgot. Atea was wounded in the fight against the Abyss. She wanted us to give this to you.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about
fond
this.
memories and my strength of will. That's what she asked us to tell you. She said you'd know what that means.
Another one
I
dead.
didn't think this day would come so soon. The flames of her life force. I can feel them flowing within the talisman. If things were different, the two of us could have enjoyed the hot springs together while she gave this to me in person. We're supposed to be hot spring buddies after all.
Hot spring buddies. Yeah, she's
But
dead as hell.
Don't worry.
Not yet. But
This talisman means a great deal to me. I'll take good care of it. And once this is all over, I'll pay Atea a visit.
hell, she got a hell of a bounce to her chest.
You said you didn't want to jeopardize the production of contending fire. But that's not at all why you decided to suspend the pilgrimage, is it?
You're right. Even now, the production of contending fire is far from sufficient. The gradual corrosion caused by the Abyss has resulted in a massive shortage of pyro energy, and we're currently at the breaking point. As things stand, the pilgrimage is a lost cause. Suspending it allows us to save our strength to defend the tribes. The Abyss
So in reality,
has
we were
brought
fucked
catastrophe to
anyways.
Natlan, and Kachina's disappearance in the Night Kingdom is a direct consequence of that.
We can't let the general public know that.
No. If the public
Where do
learned
these
that
two stay?
Natlan's destruction was close at hand, there would be immense panic. But if I said nothing at all, they would have continued to question the integrity of Natlan's heroes.
Another simple choice. The latter was clearly the better solution. But you chose otherwise.
I have never subscribed to the belief that the right choice is the one with the fewest sacrifices.
Hey,
Let's go.
tough choice.
There's still a way for the sacred flame to last a little longer.
Yeah, I guess he.
Yes. Come with me.
Alright, I guess these two are more important than I thought. He butted in, but apparently he was Pyro Archon's advisor. Good to know.
The sacred flame must never go out. Not only does it strike fear in the Abyss, but it's also the pillar of Natlan's stability. So until our heroes are ready, I will sacrifice my power to keep it burning.
She kind of double cheeked up.
But that
Not
can
gonna
only
lie.
last so long. I think we should focus on the remaining ancient name bearers.
Don't let desperation cloud your judgment. Those chosen by the Wyeb have already embarked on their destined path. It is for them to decide how that journey ends, not us. All we can do
So putting your
is
faith in higher
support them.
beings and subscribing to
Even
fate?
so, for you to make this sacrifice, it's not right.
Not exactly the most intelligent choice, but
If not me, then who? No other is capable of sustaining the sacred flame. I possess great strength, but I'm not above my people. This is part of my
probably the
duty.
real Pyro Archon. You're saying you're able to swap Pyro Archon so quickly.
Archon, it's the Fatui!
These niggas show up now?
The Archon of Natlan. A force to be reckoned with.
The first.
The secret of the ley lines is no secret to me. Long have they been destined for ruin. And since the oath made 5 centuries ago remains unfulfilled, what use is the Gnosis in your hands?
I don't know what you mean. But it sounds like this is about more than the Tsaritsa.
In times of crisis, someone must pick up the mantle of salvation. Your plan has reached an impasse, and now it falls to me to create new rules for Natlan. But before the dawn of a new age, the old must be destroyed.
Kingdom Hearts ass looking dude.
I
bro.
assume that's the end of your speech? Good. People like us. Let our blades do the talking!
These motherfuckers just be flying, bro. Actual anime ass fight. She burned her glass and engaging full speed. What is this? Weren't they in the air? How did the explosions happen on the ground? So they shattered each other's blades. Oh, she shattered whatever the fuck. Can it... Boy got smoked, he got burned and left. She doesn't seem like she was injured. Black ice. The only other time we've seen...
Masters of the Night Wind. Send word. The captain and his followers must be apprehended.
Crack the whole fucking arena. How are they gonna fix that? He has black ice. But not just like black ice. Like how... What's his name?
Are you alright, Archon?
Zhao. His
He was
animo.
a formidable opponent. Exactly what I would expect from the first of the Fatui
Zhao's animo has the
Harbingers.
black karmic corruption.
I never imagined
His
someone
cryo
could match
has
you in
black.
combat.
Seems like he got bested at the end though.
If the Tsaritsa sent him here, why would he bring up what happened 5 centuries ago?
Yeah. And how much does he know about Natlan?
Yeah, what kind of deal did you make
The
that you failed?
Harbingers are all driven by their own personal goals. The only purpose that unites them is collecting the Gnosis. But I'm sure the captain has his own reasons for being here as well.
Whatever his motive, we should shift our focus to the Fatui. If they attack again, and we're not prepared, we're done for.
No,
Fatui.
we're running out of time.
We got
The
50-50
wound I
horde
inflicted
men.
should hold him back and weaken him for the time being. Besides, I'm sure you noticed, the power that came to his rescue just now came from the Masters of the Night Wind.
In other words, there are traitors among us.
Among us?
Not necessarily. This could prove to be a very valuable turn of events. When we exchanged final blows, I sensed an unusual presence within him. I'll need to investigate further. Kanich,
Unusual
go to the
presence.
Masters of the Night Wind and look into who could have aided the captain. Speak to Lali. She should know.
Of course, I'll head out right now. Do you still
what-
intend to...
You should
Yes.
sacrifice yourself?
But fear not.
Interesting. The wound she inflicted should injure her long. I wonder if she
Natlan's
it's like
strength
indication
has
of
never
her kit
rested solely in its Archon.
that she is burning. She can do like a dot burn.
Together we foresaw the only path that leads to our nation's future. We must trust in that vision now.
I hope when she actually activates like her powers, it does that fucking impact flame black flash. 'Cause every time she's done it, except for at the start, like it goes like black and white, and then she activates the hair.
Is everything okay, Archon?
Completely fine.
No.
Just lamenting the fact that I never got a picture when I could still turn my hair into flames. Too late now.
Oh, she give up that power? She lost that power?
I just hope the others have a safe journey.
I guess she can't turn her hair into flame now. That was some not linear pyro Archon powers. Yeah, that type of explosion is something
What's
you really
happening at the stadium? Did something explode?
It feels like the Archon unleashed her power. She must be fighting a formidable opponent.
Should
You
we
can feel
go
that?
back and check what's going on?
Kashina's dying, we don't got time for that.
Have faith in the Archon. She wouldn't lose in a one-on-one confrontation.
Oh, you'd be surprised. They
Once
kept the
we find
story
Kachina's
with
ancient name,
Jacob and the
we'll
Resplendent.
head right back.
She absolutely would have been obliterated
Let's
by
just keep climbing. Emon really hopes
That's
nothing goes
Storyboard.
wrong.
That's a dead story that they wiped out of this game years ago. What are they called? The Visionless? Like the other 7? Battlefield and Ice and Fire? Lovely.
Take it easy.
I wonder how they can
What
bog,
can you tell us about the scions of the
bog
canopy?
down this quest. We need the sector
tribe's
artifact.
people are
Well, we
very
need you to
adventurous.
get 3 fish and 4
Kinda
boats
like us then.
and capture all these animals and solve these problems.
I'm
And then
not
we
so
can give you the item.
You don't strike me as the type to enjoy danger. The Scions of the Canopy are a bunch of thrill seekers. They love extreme sports like rock climbing, rappelling, volcano parkour,
Volcano parkour?
or even bungee
Yeah, okay.
jumping without a rope while a Yumkasaur stands at the edge and uses its tongue to catch them. Sound like something you'd be interested in?
Okay, that does sound different from our usual adventures.
Yeah, we jumped on mushrooms.
Paimon's not doing any of that. She can just cheer you on from the sidelines.
We've done stuff like
That's
that.
Wayna, the tribal chief. Let's head over
We've
to him.
jumped off cliffs and shit.
Chaska.
Bro,
Nice to
bearded
see
white
you
dude
again, Wayna.
with dreads? Yeah, okay, fucking.
I'm afraid we don't have time for pleasantries.
What's that one
So
rapper?
I'll get right to it. We're here for the Spirit Speaker Stone.
I mean, like from like the 80s.
Whoa, hold on a second. At least tell me why you need it first.
My friend Kachina is trapped within the Night Kingdom. We need the stone to find her ancient name and rescue her.
Rescue her? From the Night Kingdom?
Yeah, we're physically going
That's
there,
right.
She's so
I'm
stoked.
sorry,
She
but
gets some
someone
great
needs
lines
to
like
tell
that.
you what you don't want to hear. Going there, a mature warrior would never make such a foolish decision.
On the Pyro Archon's orders, dickhead.
The nature of battle is unpredictable. You never know how it's going to end. Losing a friend is tragic, but when that happens, the best thing you can do is focus on how to prevent further casualties.
I appreciate what you're trying to say, Chief Wayna. But if the price of maturity is abandoning a friend in need, I'll choose foolishness any day. If Kachina's still holding on, then so will I.
I thought you might say that.
Is something wrong, Wayna? This doesn't seem
We
like
don't have the snow, and I got to. But let's see. Well, let's get it. Let's see
life
how they go
isn't
drag
complete
this out.
without taking risks. That's always been your mantra.
It's nothing. The Night Kingdom is a dangerous place. Can't blame me for checking if you were up to the task. If you're that determined, far be it from
Okay,
me to
thank
stop
God.
you. Here's the stone. Keep
What
it
is that?
safe, okay?
That does
It's
not
not
look
like
like
we have a spare.
a not
Thank
linear
you.
item. At all.
Huh. Seems like you two go way back. But aren't you from the Flower Feather Clan, Chaska?
Oh, Chaska's a peacekeeper, so she's famous throughout the tribes.
Peacekeeper?
She's always the one people call to resolve conflicts, so we slowly got to know each other that way. Her younger sister Quichi's always hanging around our
Quichi?
tribe, too. She's helped us out a lot.
Let's see
in
what
the
her
past.
NPC younger sister
Oh,
looks like.
you have a younger sister?
Big ass elf ears and that big ass hat. Why she look like
Yes.
Iris from
I'll
Hollow?
introduce you to her sometime. But
But like
let's
the
get back
old
to
Iris
business.
model. Not,
Wayna,
well, kind
how
of
do
like
we
the new
use
one.
the
too.
stone?
They don't agree with me?
As you probably know, your intended destination is completely different from the real world. The Night Kingdom is like a river flowing with concepts.
Oh my god, bro. Again
And
with
the
the river
ancient name
analogy?
you seek is like a tiny fish swimming downstream.
We've heard this before.
In that sense, the stone is like a fishing boat drifting down the river. But the boat alone isn't enough. You need a fisherman experienced enough to steer it in the right direction.
We couldn't do that ourselves?
With a little practice, I'm sure you could. You have the strength and the talent. If you want to make sure this works, though, I could recommend someone to you.
Who?
Hey, who's gonna help us with that?
Vichama, a legendary warrior and scout from our tribe.
And where's
He's
that
got a
asshole?
keen eye and a well-honed intuition. Even his ancient name means to seek. If you're fishing for a name, you're gonna want him on the boat.
Vichama? Why does that name sound familiar?
Does it?
He's one of Auntie Atea's hot spring buddies. I've heard stories about him.
There you go.
Where can we find him?
All the
Ever
ancient names
since
gonna be linked.
Malco passed, he spends most of his time gazing out at the scenery from the cliff tops. Follow the path that way, and I'm sure you'll find him.
Thank you. We'll go look for him there.
I wonder, since the Pyro Archon...
Good luck. I hope everything goes
Archon, I
well.
put in quotation marks, gave her flaming hair power into the flames. Wonder if that will set us up to get pyro abilities ourselves. Because she gave up her power. I'm still counting on them not being the Archon. There's no way you like, we've had several Archons. It just doesn't sound right.
Someone admiring the scenery from the cliff tops.
Like, I feel like there hasn't been, since the last Pyro Archon died, there hasn't been a real one.
Hello there, are you Vichama?
That's me. Did you need something?
Deep ass voice, bro. You gotta he has NPC-itis.
What? You're saying you can bring someone back from the Night Kingdom? How is that even possible?
We're not bringing your girlfriend back, but she's dead.
No, if you really think about it, anything's possible in that kind of place. But that would mean...
Are you okay? You don't look so good.
Everything's fine. I'll help you, but I do have a small request. After I help you find Kachina's ancient name, I want to use the stone to look for my friends as well.
Your friend? Oh, why not mention someone named Malco? Is that who you're talking about?
Yes, but I'd rather not get into it if it's all the same to you.
That's not a problem. We agree to your request.
Bro,
Yeah. Since you're helping us find
we don't gotta
Kachina's
give him the
ancient
same.
name,
Remember
it's
the
only
thing?
right that we
like
return the
everyone else
favor.
has said? Hey, yeah, your friend might be dead, bro. But if it's been a couple of thousand years in the Sea of Souls, you ain't gonna fish that soul out. It's impossible. Those are the reason we're able to get Kachina, because she's still alive.
Then we're agreed. Can I have a look at the
No one's
stone?
gonna bring that up? No? Okay. That little factoid. It's not a we can get anyone out. It's we're getting someone who just fell.
Huh. I see. From what I can tell, it functions almost like an abyssal pylon. Both connect the Night Kingdom to the living world.
That looks like celestial
Once
stuff,
the
by the
connection
way.
is established,
That
the
blue
abyss will
gold?
come surging through the opening like a predator honing in on the scent of blood. So we have to be sure not to use it in a tribal settlement.
Wow, you got all that just from looking at it?
I just picked up on the basics, really. I still have no idea why it works. You said someone named Sitlali invented this. They must be a genius. I'll go find an open area and start
What
setting
did your
things up.
tribal leader want it?
In the meantime, I need you to get 2 things for me.
We'll go right away. What do you need?
First, I'll need some hook ropes. Pretty much every store around here carries them, so no need to go anywhere special. Oh, and I need to build a net out of them, so make sure you get a good amount.
Wait, are you saying you're going to use a real net to catch Kachina's ancient name? How does that work when one's tangible and one's not?
By creating something tangible in our world, like a net, we can create a connection to a corresponding concept in the Night Kingdom. Basically, I'm going to use the concept of a net to catch something equally intangible. An ancient name.
Oh, I see.
So we're gonna. Oh,
What about
boy.
the second thing you needed?
Fucking, we're gonna be doing
Right.
metaphysical
I need
connections
one-
then.
No, 2 chunks of obsidian. Once we bring the ancient names into our world, we'll need a place to store them. Normally, you can only get obsidian from the Children of Echoes, but I heard there's a traveling merchant from that tribe around here somewhere, so maybe you can try your luck there.
Why would we not go to the Children of Echoes? We're about to save one of their members.
All right, let's split up.
Why would they not
See
give us
that clearing?
obsidian?
Let's meet over there when you're done.
Sure.
Oh, and you can send someone with me if you want. In case you're worried I might take the stone for myself.
What do you think, Chaska?
There's no need. Lena spoke highly of you. That means you're trustworthy.
I appreciate it, even though that doesn't mean much to me anymore. Anyway, it'll take some time to set everything
It's
up,
like-
so no need to
Why
rush.
send someone
I'll
with
see
me
you
in
in a
case I
bit.
might steal it? How about the fact that you send someone before, like, I don't know, Fatui or Abyss Agent drops in and rips his shit apart? No one, that didn't cause anyone else to
Odd
look?
guy.
Honestly.
He seems so defeated, but also really invested in the stone at the same time.
That's depression for you. With a little bit of hope.
I don't have any more insight than you, Paimon. Let's just focus on the preparations for now.
That is what we call a broken
Hang on,
man.
Kachina.
A glimmer of hope. in
We're
his eye.
coming for you.
So weird. The Children of Echoes are the only way to get obsidian. Hey, tribal boss. I know you know that Kachina died, but you know
Hello.
we have a way of
Do you
maybe
have
getting
any
her
hook
back.
ropes for
You want
sale?
to give us some obsidian?
Hook ropes?
Oh, of course. Yeah, I'll
As
give you
in
1,000.
rock climbing equipment?
Yes. How much for your whole stuff?
Nah, let's talk to a traveling merchant.
Oh, the whole thing? Let me see. That would be 30,000 mora in total.
Why you count like
Deal?
that? Bro? You're not European.
Deal.
Wait, really?
That's literally a drop in
What,
the
you
hat.
want me to drive down the price? We just need these as fast as possible. Thanks.
Oh, no problem at all. I'll even pass along some information on the house. These ropes are usually used by rock climbing enthusiasts. If you want to learn, Roka's the person you want to ask. All right, that's everything. Here you
The
go.
character's walking. It's making that
Now we
thundering
need the
ass
obsidian.
noise.
Let's go talk to the traveling merchant Bichama mentioned.
How about we talk to the tribal head? No. I guess we'll talk to him because he's just here.
Excuse me, do you sell obsidian?
Why, yes. I've got a chunk for sale right over there.
Perfect. Is that the only one, though? We actually need 2.
That might be tough. Tell you what, I'll take a look through these boxes over here and we'll see what we can find.
You don't even know what the hell
Thank
your
you so
inventory
much.
is?
We'll wait here.
What is much for a gemologist?
Relax. Everything's going according to plan.
I know, it's just... I could tell Vichama feels the same way about his friend that I do about Kachina. I hope this chunk of obsidian isn't the only one.
Why do you act like we can only get one
Kachina
chunk of
always
obsidian?
carries all sorts of shiny stones with her. If I was the one trapped in the Night Kingdom, she'd have a whole pile of obsidian ready in a
I'm
heartbeat.
sure our tribe has a whole pile of obsidian ready for
Well,
us.
would you look at that? I did bring an extra. Here you go, young lady. How does it look?
Perfect!
Look like 2 hearts.
Thank you. How much do I owe
Or
you?
someone's liver.
If you hadn't shown up, these stones would have just sat here collecting dust. I'll take 3,000 mora for both. Here you go.
33.
By the way,
No, it's
I heard you
3,000.
mention Vichama just now. You running an errand for him then?
I was gonna say the number count.
How's he doing? Malco's been gone
No, it
for
is
5
33.
years
33
now.
for Oda Resurrection.
It's
Bring us
about
someone's back.
time he
Freemason.
started to move forward.
Do you know what happened between them?
Numerology in the game.
I heard about it in passing while I was out drinking one night, but I don't know all the details. Bichama and Malco grew up together, and even made a name for themselves together. Malco was an amazing fighter, capable of knocking out multiple opponents in a single hit, while Vichama excelled at scouting and analyzing the battlefield. The two made an excellent team, and managed to beat back the Abyss several times. 5 years ago, they both emerged triumphant in the pilgrimage and were placed on the same team to fight the Abyss. But on the eve of battle, the Abyss launched an attack on their tribe, and Bichama suffered an injury to his leg while attempting to rescue someone.
Then what happened?
Motherfucker died.
The team agreed that he couldn't fight the Abyss in his condition. Bichama didn't argue. He knew going to the front lines with an injured leg would make him a burden in battle. So they raised the issue with the Pyro Archon, and she agreed to let him stay behind. It's just... Melko and the others ended up facing hordes of abyssal monsters in numbers that far exceeded anyone's expectations.
Team got obliterated.
The team made an error in judgment, and they fell to the onslaught. Bichama went into a deep depression after that. He blames himself for everything.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem like it's his fault, but blah, 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 blah. He's never
you're
gonna
not wrong. But it's possible he chooses to blame himself. Not because he did something wrong, but because he wasn't able to do anything at all. I've tried convincing him to move forward, to stop dwelling on the past.
Dwelling?
But the shadow of Malko's death hangs over him still. The Abyss has caused so much suffering, and some wounds never heal. I wish there was something he could do to make himself feel better, but... anyway, that's the gist of it. Maybe you could help him talk things through sometime. I would really appreciate it.
We'll get to it. Stay through. It's E, not T. You gotta remember that. Hello, brother man. We're here to launch a rescue operation.
Did you get everything?
Yeah, basically.
Yep, it's all here. When do we start?
I've made all the necessary adjustments, so we're good to go. As agreed, I'll help you find Kachina's ancient name, and then you return the favor.
Let's ask you, hang on, let's slow
Go
our
ahead.
roll. You seeking your friend?
Yes.
How long have they
After
been dead?
Malko fell, I scoured the battlefield to see what happened. It turned out he wasn't bested by some impossibly powerful foe. He was dragged to his grave by the sheer number of enemies. If I had been there, I would have been able to sense the danger. I could have warned them not to advance.
I don't know about that.
I always blamed myself for what happened.
You probably would have died with them.
But when you told me about Kachina, I realized there's a chance Malko might also be alive, fighting for survival in the Night Kingdom.
But that happened several years ago, right?
Bro, that dude's fried in the Sea of Souls.
The Pyro Archon said all
Finally,
life
someone's
within
gonna
the
say
Night
it.
Kingdom
God damn.
eventually becomes one with the Sea of Souls.
There might not be much hope, but I still have to try. Malko and I promised each other, even if we never managed to root out the Abyss for good, we would fight together until the end. All right, let's get to it. I'll start searching for the conceptualized version of Kachina's ancient name. If you see any fragments scattered around the area, please collect them.
Brother, what? That's a new animation.
Make sure you prepare yourselves for battle. As I said, the stone will link the mortal realm to the Night Kingdom. The Abyss will likely emerge in response.
Look at that golden thing. It must be one of those fragments Vichama mentioned. Let's
Look at
get
that
closer.
fucking... Oh, nice icon. Well, where did all these stones come from, bro? Nice little animation up top.
Whoa, monsters incoming! Watch out, everyone!
Quiet now.
Wonder if I could just do some damage this time.
Higher, fire!
But I didn't do shit, bro. Nothing. Nothing. Oh, I did nothing. Ah, this is all the time. Oh, whole fucking army.
This is order.
Let me leave you alone. Gangs up. Fun thoughts.
Good serious, huh? You good, bro?
How much longer, Vichama?
Not long. We're getting close.
Are we getting close? Your ass looks like you're dying. Motherfucker look like he about to die. One more wave. Unique music. You hear whispers. Her name.
Quick, take it.
Damn, fucking. Put her as a wide receiver, bro. She got that
I
shit.
found Kachina's ancient name. Hang in there, Malco. Just a little longer.
Bro, you're gonna die doing this.
Something's not right. The power of the Abyss is getting stronger.
Bro, this is almost
The
like
Abyss is corroding his body. Vichama, you can't keep going. You'll die.
I should have died 5 years ago. I just need a little more time. Please, I'm almost there.
Purify him while he's up there.
Thank you.
Bro, we're gonna keep using our power. We're gonna find out the limit of what. Oh, fuck! Finally, I was waiting for the game to add a single like one of these.
The power of the Abyss is strong.
Please add more QTEs to the fucking game. It will make the story so much more engaging.
Hanging in there?
I don't know if I can hold him back much longer.
No, why can't I find him? Why?
Bro, he's gone.
We can't wait any longer. Pull him away from the stone, Mualani.
I already tried, but the power of the Abyss has him in a chokehold. It's like he's tied to the stone with an invisible rope.
In that case, we have no choice. I'm sorry, Sea Molly. Get back!
See the protest?
Wait!
It's destroyed the stone? That would not the choice I would have made.
Ouch! What happened just now? It looked like the Spirit Speaker's stone was...
The stone's power was spiraling out of control. The only way to stop it was to destroy it. You were all caught in the shockwave of the explosion. You might feel dizzy for a while.
That was not the best choice.
normal.
Give us a heads up next time, will
Shoot
you?
him next time.
You're lucky we managed to dodge it in time.
I thought I said to get back.
Yeah, barely a second before you made it go poof. Not everyone has your reflexes, Chaska. We were this close to getting dragged into the explosion.
How about the dude? He got hit by that
Okay.
explosion.
I'll be more careful next time.
At least Kachina's ancient name is still in one piece. Wait, where's Vichama?
Dead in the explosion.
Vichama!
Well, it doesn't look too broken.
Vichama!
I couldn't find Malco's ancient name. It must be completely gone by now. Once your ancient name disappears, there's no coming back. From the very beginning, I knew there was a slim chance, but still. And now... it's too late to save him. From the minute he left that day, it was already too late.
Yeah, because he was dead.
Vichama.
I'm sure he's heard enough condolences over the years. Let's just give him some space.
Pick up those pieces. Do not leave him with it.
Huh? What's that in your hands, Vichama? It looks like something's glowing.
Huh? This is...
Ain't no way that nigga survived.
Hey, Malco. Got any strength left?
Not enough to swing a sword, but to say a few last words? Sure.
Too bad. No one will get to hear them. I never thought I'd actually die on this mission. Not that I'm afraid to die. It's just... hard. Thinking about my mom's face when she hears the news.
Guess I have something to be thankful for then. My parents died a long time ago. They won't have to mourn me.
Guess that nigga's dead.
Pisak! Always had to beat me at everything, didn't you? Right to the end, you were never one for goodbyes. Maybe you're right. Maybe no one will get to hear our last words. But just in case... Vichama, I'm so glad you didn't come with us. Don't be sad. Just keep on living. For the both of us.
That nigga got ripped to shreds by wolfhounds. Piece by piece.
Was that a memory?
I'm like the last remnant of him in the ghosted sea of fucking...
Seems like we were able to salvage something after all.
You feeling any better? How the fuck you gonna ask him that, bro? No, he ain't feeling any better.
Of course. Seeing him, hearing his voice again, it makes me unbelievably happy. But it also brings with it an even deeper pain.
A deeper pain? Why?
Malco was always the type to put on a brave face. But in that memory just now, his hands were shaking, and his smile was forced.
Yeah, because he was about to fucking die.
For all these years, I regretted not being able to fight alongside him to the end. And now I know, at the end of his life, he was thinking the same thing.
Vichama.
I'm fine. Actually, I heard Chief Wyna wasn't really on board with your plan to go to the Night Kingdom. When you asked for my help, I hesitated too. I knew helping you find your friend's ancient name meant leading you one step closer to danger.
What's up, danger?
I also understood why you had to try. Everyone has regrets in life, but not everyone gets the chance to make up for them. Once allowed to fester, guilt strips us of our most valuable qualities as warriors. In that sense, we might as well choose the braver path from the very beginning.
You mean even fighting while injured?
If I could do it all over again, I would have followed Malco to the front lines no matter what. Even with an injured leg, there were still things I could have done. That way, even if the outcome stayed the same, I still would have fought alongside him to the end. There are critical junctures in life, and if you don't seize the chance to act, there's no going back. That's something I had to learn in hindsight. But you're still at the crossroads of your journey, so... I hope you can walk away without regrets.
Thank you, Vichama. I feel even more determined now. Kachina will come back to us. I'll make sure of it. I promised I would find her, and I intend to keep that promise.
That's good to hear.
That's true, even if, like you said, even if he finds her dead.
Strange. My body, it's...
Once abyssal corrosion enters the body, a portion will fuse itself to your internal organs. Even though the Traveler possesses powers of purification, the corrosion can never be fully eradicated. Thanks to him, though, you are only briefly exposed. Slowing your breathing and controlling your emotions should help you keep the symptoms in check.
Well, after all that, you helped a bunch of strangers to find your friend. Now you're permanently affected for the rest of your life.
Huh. That does make me feel better. You seem very knowledgeable about all this.
Just speaking from experience, that's all.
Did you have abyssal corrosion in you?
We've recovered Kachina's ancient name, so we're off to a great start. Let's get Vichama back to his tribe and tell Wyna the good news. Oh, and apologize for destroying the Spirit Speaker Stone. We had no choice, though, so he'll probably understand. Right?
We absolutely had a choice. It was probably the worst and most rash decision we could have made.
Koichi, are you really gonna just stand there like that? I don't know what you want from me.
I think you know exactly what I'm trying to say, Uncle Wina. I can hear it in your voice.
Honestly, it's just one thing after another with you two. They're back.
Oh, sister.
Koichi? What are you doing here?
Don't play dumb with your own sister.
Heart
You know
cropped up.
exactly why I'm here.
She have a vision?
My apologies, everyone.
No, her outfit looks
I
kinda
just need
flat
to
to be
borrow
playable.
Chaska for a few minutes. You come with me.
Cool. Siblings that are NPCs. They actually have
I'll be
unique
just a
clothes.
moment.
Who is that?
Koichi, Chaska's younger sister. Although the two aren't actually related by blood, it's kind of a long story.
Yeah, there's more. Okay, I thought
It's
they would
not
be
really
related.
my
Well, they
story
kinda
to
look
tell, but I guess it's not a secret. You see, Chaska was actually raised by cuckoo sores. She was afflicted with a rare disease when she was a child, and abandoned in the wild as a result.
Okay.
The Abyss found her out there, all on her own, and tried to devour her. But in the end, all that did was trigger her will to live. That strength of will pushed her to survive. But it also planted a seed of conflict within her. Eventually, she was adopted by the cuckoo sores. Wherever they went, she followed, getting into fights right and left.
For some reason, Paimon can totally imagine that.
Yeah, we have dude a monster who did
Well,
that.
when
He
Chaska
took my
finally
wolves.
returned to human society, it was Koichi's parents who adopted her. At the time, Chaska still had a habit of getting into fights, so Koichi was always taking her around, apologizing to everyone.
Ah, I remember those days. One of those fights was definitely with me. But, you know, kids. You're fighting one minute and your friend's the next. Eventually, she found a way to rein in that desire to fight. And now she's who people call to resolve conflicts. She's known as the Peacemaker. It sounds like she still argues with
guess her
Koichi, though.
Animalistic personality.
Don't siblings usually stop fighting when they get older?
That's partly my fault.
Partly.
Koichi asked me to stop Chaska from doing anything dangerous, but you probably know by now, once Chaska makes up her mind, there's no changing it.
Also, is Chaska even a part of this tribe?
I get it.
Or you gotta, like,
No
define
wonder you
what she
tried to
does.
talk us out of going to the Night Kingdom. Chaska even said that wasn't like you.
I'm all for your adventure. You need to take risks when you're young, because by the time you're my age, you couldn't attempt something like that even if you wanted to. Better try now than live with regrets later.
Yeah.
That's what I say. Still, I can understand where Koichi's coming from. In the end, nobody wants to sit back and let a loved one put their life on the line.
All right, it's just the two of us now. You have 1 minute to explain yourself.
I don't have anything to say. You don't have to approve, but you should know I only do what's necessary.
That attitude is exactly the problem. It's like you don't care. You try to sneak off to the Night Kingdom behind my back and then play it down as if it's just a trip abroad.
I mean, it might as well be
Well,
with the Traveler.
Technically, I am going abroad, right?
Again with the excuses! We agreed, didn't we? There are 4 levels of danger. If it's not something urgent, you can only engage in level 2 danger and below. You can only go up to level 3 if a situation is so dire there's absolutely no alternative.
Well, she more like a mother than a sister.
Trip to the Night Kingdom? If that's not a level 4, I don't know what is. And you were just going to sneak into the place without saying anything.
That's true. We're gonna go
What do you
get
mean, sneak
Kachina
into the
back
place? I always planned on walking in there with my head held high.
with no one knowing. This should be
Brought
like,
off Uncle Wina, didn't you? He promised me he'd stop you from doing anything dangerous. Oh, it's like he didn't even try.
You feel like he went back on his word. What if I told you my mind was made up, and there was nothing he could have done? Not even by force.
Oh, I knew it! So he did try to say something, but you didn't listen.
This is important. If you were in my shoes, you'd make the same decision.
oh, scale off that mic with those S's.
I'm a doctor, and I handle logistics. If you're going to waltz into a dangerous situation where you could lose control at any moment, it's my duty to say something.
All right, whatever. Anything else?
Honestly, it really is all whatever moment. She's still
What do you
going.
mean, anything else? Why don't you reflect on what you've done and promise me you'll stay put?
Time out. Is this one of our normal arguments or a serious one?
Chaska, does it sound like I'm joking?
Then... you need to know something. What happened to Kachina was partially my fault. I can't leave her there to die. That's not who I am.
But the person you become when you lose control, that's also not who you are.
That's a different issue. You said it yourself. A person is only as good as their morals. If I want to live in Natlan, I need to display qualities that make me worthy of this nation.
I've also told you that managing your condition is equally important.
I noticed this issue was cursed when she was
Sometimes you have to
younger.
make sacrifices. All right, let's stop this here. If we keep going, I might actually have to get serious. And I think Wyna prefers his roof attached to his house.
Is that a threat? That sounds like a threat to me.
Koichi! Younger sisters are supposed to listen to their elders.
So, you're really going to go, no matter what I say? I'm supposed to be your sister.
Then support me. I'll be back. All you have to do is wait.
I know that she's supposed to be. She's cursed. But they're talking about her transforming.
So,
but her ult
that's
is
it.
her transforming into the fucking dragon.
Why'd you have to turn out to be so darn
This character
annoying?
is a guaranteed pull. If she fucking transforms into a dragon as her fucking form, like without a doubt, I'm immediately. I already like how that character looks.
You two are something else.
Because people are like,
Something
oh,
you
I don't
wanted
like
to
how
say?
she looks. It's just the one pant. Like,
I know you aren't related by blood, but you two
and
sure
she's
are
anima.
similar.
She turns to an anima
Really?
dragon.
You know, I said that very thing to Koichi not too long ago, and she reacted the exact same way, down to the very tone of voice. It's not my place to get involved, but I will say this. Try to spend a little more time with your sister. You're tough kids. That doesn't mean you have to go it alone.
Thank you.
Anytime.
I like her tricon.
All right. If you're done with the Spirit Speaker Stone,
Pretty sure I
might
have
as
a
well
ship
hand it
like
over.
that or speed like that.
According to Kinich, it's an important ceremonial artifact, so it'd be safer to keep it with me.
We broke it, by the way.
About that.
If only Tone Deaf Bard was here, he could have repaired it just like the Holy Liar.
We could probably do something like that.
It might be in a few more pieces than you remember.
Huh?
Yeah, not exactly the best thing to say to him. It's only in
I
2.
see. Sounds like it was an urgent situation. If someone's life was on the line, then you had no choice. Still, Citlale's going to be a nightmare to deal with now that you've broken her stuff. I'll explain everything to her later. Stay safe out there.
Hey, bro,
in the
you'll be
Night
fine,
Kingdom,
bro.
Okay.
Your necklace
I'll
there
wait
is
here
2D.
for your safe return.
Glued to your neck. Okay. Fuck it, bro. We'll call this part here. Next, we're gonna go save Kachina and repair God or something. I don't know. All right, let's go get her. Right, isn't the arena like beyond fucking lucky? Shouldn't this supposed to be cracked the hell? Yeah, fuck it, bro. We'll check it out later. That Iceman fried that fucking place. Or fried that freaking place.
We're back! We found Kachina's ancient name, too!
Okay, what happened to the stadium? Was it like a Fatui Harbinger?
Well, it's fairly complicated. Let me give you the condensed version.
Fatui Harbinger showed up, fucked everything up.
The Fatui again? We can't go anywhere without them causing trouble.
Yeah, any
But
nation
what
that
if the
doesn't know
Fatui
this.
finds out you've lost your power? Won't they try to take advantage of the situation?
That's why it has to be our little secret. No one else can know, or we're asking for trouble.
Yeah. I'll steal that gnosis and leave this nation to die.
Look, I wish I could offer you some sort of consolation, but I won't lie to you. With multiple factions closing in, there's nothing comforting about the situation we're facing. Still, all you need to do is focus on your goal. You can leave the complicated matters to me.
I can also step in on the Pyro Archon's behalf. There's a limit to what I can accomplish, but I'll help you however I can.
There's no need to be so modest, Yan-san. Your incredible strength has long been a well-known fact. You're the pride of your tribe.
And you're apparently fucking her left hand. She's always with the Archon.
I'm sorry about before. You have so much on your plate. So much that you have to worry about. But all I could do was focus on my own feelings.
You have nothing to be sorry about. We all get overwhelmed by our emotions, myself included. Your reaction to Kachina's disappearance, I understand that feeling very well.
Do you?
Well, now that we have Kachina's ancient name, let's go track her down. Follow me.
Look at this place full of flowers and desks and a bunch of bullshit.
What is this place?
Is that an elevator? Does that floor open up?
Hey, isn't that Atea's talisman?
Good eye. This is where I store all the various mementos I've collected.
This is your conquest room, bro? War conquest?
I've never seen this place before. There's so many things in here.
How long have you been the Pyro
It looks
Archon?
like there are items from every tribe. Collecting them must have taken a lot of effort.
I suppose you could think of it as a hobby of sorts. In Natlan, everyone grows up listening to
Fucking
the stories
Warhammer
of
back.
heroes. And physical items do a far better job of preserving those stories than our own memory. Now, I still have some preparations to make for the ceremony, so feel free to take a look around in the meantime. If you're curious about an item, I'm more than willing to tell you about its origins.
All right, we'll have a look. This is Atea's talisman.
Let's see what this is.
I'm sure you're familiar with this one already. Atea was rarely ever without it. The talisman brought her a lot of luck in battle.
Okay. Fishing equipment.
Hey, there's a fishing rod here. It must have belonged to the people of the springs.
That's right. It belongs to a legendary fisherman named Matavaru. I have his entire set of fishing equipment, actually.
That's the
He
rusting
and
gear?
I met in a tavern. He told me about a particular kind of giant fish and his meticulous plan to catch it. In
What is
his
that?
eyes, I saw a
A whale?
hunger and a strong fighting spirit. To him, the sea was the battlefield upon which he staked his honor.
So, did he do it?
The next time I saw him, he was covered in scars. It turned out the fish he sought had been corroded by the abyss. He managed to kill the fish, but sustained a serious injury in the process, which meant he could never go deep-sea fishing again. Can a fisherman claim victory if he fails to bring back his catch? That's what he asked me in the end.
Well, Paimon thinks he won.
That was my answer as well. The experience was far more valuable than the prize itself.
Sometimes
In the
vanquishing a
end,
monster is
he
better than
didn't
bringing
want
back
his
its
tools
corpse.
to go to waste, so he gave them to me.
Wait, that means you also know how
Yeah,
to fish.
they were gonna go to waste, but they.
Maybe we can go head-to-head sometime.
Okay, so she doesn't go fishing. I was gonna say, it doesn't go to waste, so they sit in my storage container for the rest of eternity.
Make sure to handle everything with care. This cup, for example, it's heavier than it looks.
Is that so, Chocolate Lily?
This flower looks like it's thriving. You must be good at taking care of plants, Archon.
So we got a lot of stuff. Fishing.
This fishing basket looks familiar.
Interesting way to give the Archon a ton of lore and like backstory.
Whoa, that belt is bigger than Paimon's head!
Without having to like directly talk to her or
The
expose.
Collective of Plenty are known for their
if you don't care,
bodybuilding
you can skip it.
competitions and contests of strength. This belt is a symbol of great honor within the tribe. The association with strength might also have been the reason the original belt was extremely heavy. It was
Oh my
difficult
god,
for
are
even
we gonna
two
get
people
like
to lift.
Latino, like
And
Mexican
even if a warrior
luchadors?
had the strength to put it on, wearing it for any length of time would still leave them gasping for breath.
Sounds like it.
We're gonna get a
So the owner
bodybuilding
of
tribe.
the original belt, Kitera, commissioned a craftsman to make a copy identical in appearance but far lighter in weight. That is the belt you see before you. He would often wear this version when training in order to protect his waist.
Or he made a lighter version so he could wear it all the time and show it off.
Or hopefully get bodybuilding group that none of the Genshin audience members can relate with.
There are so many jars and potions around here. Do they have anything to do with alchemy?
Black magic voodoo.
Those belong to the Masters of the Nightwind. They're ceremonial tools used to amplify the ability to communicate with the Night Kingdom and the Wyab. Yamaya is an expert in this field, and she taught me a lot. Even though she appears stoic and serious, she actually has a keen sense of humor. The
Does she
tools
now?
you see here are quite traditional. Her students found them outdated, so she passed them on to me. The contents of the jars aren't all that special. Oh, except the big jar in the middle. That's what she really wanted to give me.
Ooh, must be something really cool. What's inside?
Let's look at the Anubis powder.
Grape juice.
Okay.
Huh?
It's quite tasty, although probably expired by now.
So it's probably wine. Grape juice, huh? Must be a great fan of the D-Luke special. Alright, anything else to observe? Oh, yeah, there's a weapon. What is that?
Whoa, this weapon is huge! Which tribe did it belong to?
Ah, that weapon belonged to Teyvat, a hero from 500 years ago. Strictly speaking, he didn't belong to any single tribe.
How's that
That's
work?
because even before the disaster with the Abyss broke out, he had already been exiled.
Exiled?
It was a punishment imposed out of necessity, but he accepted it all the same. He believed it was what he deserved. When the Abyss attacked, the tribes found themselves in urgent need of a powerful figure to lead them into the battle, and there was no one more courageous or resolute than him. He united the 6 tribes and accomplished great feats throughout the war. Ultimately, he perished, and because he had already lost his ancient name, the Ode of Resurrection was unable to bring him back.
Did that motherfucker still come
And
back,
so,
though?
he was laid to rest, alongside the countless warriors and civilians who lost their lives, buried in the soil of his native land.
Wow. He sounds like a true hero.
So how the fuck was he exiled?
Indeed, even now his story is told throughout the land.
So what part of that was the exile? Whatever. Dude, wielded a
Powder
great
still needs
weapon.
some time to settle.
I
So
guess he
let's
was
wait a little
exiled
longer.
long before.
Well,
And then came back and united
what
the
do you think
tribes
of
and
my
stuff.
collection? Do you feel like you have a better understanding of Natlan's culture now?
Yeah.
Kind
if
of.
each item represents a different story, seems like Natlan's really been through a lot. Does every item hold a special memory, just like Atea's talisman?
They're all special, but not all equal. You know
That's
how it
right.
goes.
The items in my collection actually serve a similar purpose to the
She got
ancient
a
names
thick, bro.
passed
Look
down
at that.
among the
You have a large
tribes.
hip window.
They demonstrate the
Large
true
hip window,
shape
large
of
hip.
time.
The shape of time?
Most people perceive time as a linear concept, almost like a straight line that can only move forward. We cannot change the past or predict the future.
We
But
could do both.
there's also a different theory, one that I believe to be closer to the truth. Namely, that the past, present, and future all exist at once.
At once? Paimon's not sure she understands.
Let's say your journey ended right now. Thinking back on your experience in each nation, which one would you say was the most important?
Yeah, all.
Exactly. Even at the end of your journey, the things you experienced along the way don't cease to exist. They become part of who you are.
A lot of the developers
Take
keep
out a
removing the
portion of
events.
that journey, and you would likely make very different decisions, and eventually arrive at a very different destination. The future is the same way. It exists even though it has yet to come to pass. We just lack the means to perceive it.
That's an interesting way of putting it. I thought she was going to go to a different area. She is right, though, like the idea of the past, present, and future existing in one. But it's not because it is yet to come and we've yet to perceive it. It's because the story is already set in stone via the stars. And we're living a false world. That's why it's already been, that's why the past, present, and future exist in one timeline. Because you're in essentially a false reality.
Of course, there are those with the power to foresee the future. They simply call it by a different name. Fate. You're quite familiar with that concept, I would imagine.
That does kinda make sense. The future hasn't happened, but already exists.
Yeah.
Humanity excels at living in the present, but too often we forget the past and neglect the future. While the pilgrimage and the Night Warden Wars lead us to a better future. Only by uniting the people of Natlan across countless eras can we fight back against an enemy as formidable as the Abyss.
Interesting
To
concept.
come up with such a set of rules, the first Pyro Archon must have possessed a level of insight I can only imagine.
To fight an enemy that can transcend time, it can exist in the past, present, and future. You need to unite your past, present, and future. Makes sense.
That's correct. At first, he was a mortal man with no special power. After he ascended to the divine throne, he used it to borrow power from the heavens and establish the rules of Natlan.
Yeah, that's
Namely,
not
a
exactly what
framework
happened.
through which ordinary people can ascend to Archonhood. By holding the pilgrimage,
he was a human
we're
who
able
became
to
an Archon.
determine the strongest among us. And when that person ascends to the divine throne, their inner flame will awaken. In addition, the sacred
Interesting.
flame will grant them significant knowledge and memory of this land. After all, that's how I came to know everything I just told you.
So, it all comes down to the power of the divine throne and the rules.
Interesting.
Wait, is that a family portrait?
It's the Pyro Archon's throne.
Yes.
Blast through.
That's my mother, father, younger sister, and the little saurians we raised. I turned a piece of my dad's leather armor into a canvas and commissioned a famous artist to paint our likeness.
Your sister is so cute! It looks like the two of you are really close.
She's dead.
Paimon was having a hard time thinking of an Archon as an ordinary person, but seeing this portrait, it kind of makes sense now. It really doesn't look like there was anything special about you before. Oh, wait, is Paimon allowed to say that?
She has a vision.
A little
so-
late for that question, don't you think?
Sorry! Paimon's so sorry! Paimon's mouth works faster
So-
than her brain sometimes!
So he designed a way for the throne to be
It's all
taken.
right.
They know about the
I'd
divine
never
thrones,
get
which is
upset
crazy.
over
At least
something like
Paimon has
that.
dropped it anyways.
No matter what others
Divine
may
throne
say,
that normal people can
my
interact with.
past is a precious
No wonder why this
part of
nation's
my
dying.
identity.
Humanity
I'm
is not
forever
meant to be
proud of
gods,
the life
apparently.
I used to lead. Becoming the Archon doesn't mean you sever ties with your family. The position just comes with a lot of responsibilities, so it impacts how often you get to see them. My father made the most delicious stew, so my sister would often bring me a large pot of his cooking, and he would sit on a blanket and eat it together. One time, we didn't close the door securely, and the saurians you were raising ran into the room and knocked over the entire pot. My sister immediately burst into tears. The two troublemakers were going for the meat, but when they saw my sister's distress, they froze on the spot.
How much of that family is still alive?
I still remember the way they laid there, sulking like a pair of children, even after making such a mess. It was frustrating, but in the end, all I could do was comfort my sister and move on.
Wow.
You forgive him just like that?
Isn't that what being a family is all about? I think about that story a lot, actually. As the Archon, I made a vow to defend this nation, and experiences like that, they remind me exactly what I'm trying to protect.
Well, what happened after that? This portrait looks pretty old. Your sister must be all grown up by now, right?
I believe she ended up working as an architect and artist. She built many houses and crafted many beautiful works of art. Anyway, that's enough about me.
I think.
Now that the powder is settled, we can begin.
What exactly happened to your
Chaska,
sister?
over here, please. Place the ancient name up there.
You even know what
and
the
then
fuck
we'll
your
begin.
sister is? What she's done? That's interesting. You wanna talk to him? Let's place it.
Surely as the echoes of life resound through heaven and earth, so too shall our stories remain eternal. Ancient name, take us to your fated bearer. Allow her to answer our call.
Let's get it. Oh, she's not dead.
Am I hallucinating again?
Kachina, are you okay?
Huh? I'm not seeing things, am I? Is the Abyss playing tricks on me again?
She's got that star pattern.
It's okay, Kachina. It's just us. We're trying to find a way to bring you back.
Everyone, you have to listen to me. I've been investigating the Night Kingdom this entire time, and I figured out what's wrong. The Wyab is being affected by the Abyss. I was waiting for the Wyab to send me back, but then this really strong monster came in and it almost killed me.
No, I think it did kill you.
The Wyab saved me, even though its power is weakening, so I've been hiding from the monsters while trying to find a way to help. The Night Kingdom has become a huge mess, though. I keep hearing these awful sounds and seeing really horrible things.
Don't listen to those sounds, Kachina. The Abyss is trying to strip you of your sanity. All you
Sanity
need to
meter
do is
going
stay
down.
safe and wait for us. We'll be there shortly.
It's okay. I feel so much better now that I've had the chance to talk to you guys. You don't need to worry about me.
Oh, we're Natlan Special Forces. We'll be dropping any
I've
second.
never been strong or special at all, really. So I don't blame anyone for forgetting about me or leaving me behind. Just knowing you care is more than enough.
What a depressing little
Find a
child.
way back. You don't have to put yourselves in danger to come rescue me.
You're always like this, Kachina. Now's not the time to act tough. We're coming for you, and that's final. I don't know what lies the Abyss has been feeding you, but I'll tell you something right now. Nobody here sees you as a burden. You're a victor of the Night Warden Wars, a hero of Natlan. All you need to do is wait for us to rescue you, and you'll get all the applause and recognition you deserve.
That's true. You did finish your mission.
I'm really scared. Everything's so dark and creepy here. And I want to go home. Still, I don't want you to put yourselves in danger because of me. I don't want to hold anyone back ever again.
All you need to do is place your trust in us, just like you always have. No one fights alone. We're not leaving you behind. Not ever.
Yeah, we're so close. We can't call it quits now.
What's the cost of sending a child to war? How does it see it flickering like a digital screen, but
Looks like we've lost contact. Now comes the most dangerous part. You have to traverse the Night Kingdom in your physical form. This entrance to the Night Kingdom was left behind after an abyssal invasion. Even a brief amount of time inside could expose you to corrosion.
I know. I'm prepared for that possibility.
All right.
There's the whole
Then I
point of a
wish you
vision
all
to
the
protect
best.
you from that
I'll
shit.
tell Koichi to be ready just in case. She's very experienced in dealing with abyssal corruption. That face you just made. Don't tell me you two got into another argument.
No, I just feel bad for creating more work for her.
I'll go with them too, Archon. The more people, the stronger the party.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone. It really means a lot that you're willing to brave these dangers with me. And there's no time to lose, so let's get going.
Now that I've lost my power, I won't be able to provide much practical support.
Jesus.
But I can still keep an eye on the situation.
Don't you still have
from
access to the
here.
throne and the Gnosis?
Eon-san, I
You should
know
have
it's
something.
unlikely, but if you encounter a situation you can't handle...
That won't happen.
I hope not.
What is that child's outfit? She like a deep V.
Be careful out there. I'll observe...
And where's the actual entrance to this fucking place, bro? That's one thing I'm like, huh? There's people chilling out here? The K system outside. Remnants of the secret source. The soul path of the Night Kingdom. Once home to the ancient dragon kind, now reduced to ruins, influenced by the abyss. Ancient dragon kind, huh? What team do I want to run this? This would be a fucking funny team to blast our way through. You know what? We going to the Dragon Kingdom? We about to rock some dragon niggas. This Night Kingdom doesn't seem so bad.
So we're underneath Natlan right now? It looks nothing like Paimon was imagining.
Of course.
That's because in the
half the
distant
entire Earth
past,
is hollow.
Natlan was home to an incredibly advanced civilization ruled by dragons.
Like always.
Humans only established their own society after the fall of the dragons.
So these are Saurian ruins?
I think she means actual dragons, because we haven't seen a single dragon in Natlan.
Wait, you mean like the elemental sovereigns? They had their own advanced civilization?
The unified civilization.
Yes, a really long time ago. Very few records have survived until now, so no one really knows what the devices here are for. These ruins have been abandoned for a long time, but with the recent increase in Abyss activity, the installations around here have somehow been activated again.
So what you're saying is...
Interesting.
We're not in for an easy trip to the Night Kingdom.
So the unified civilization
No.
battled the abyss.
It's going to be obstacle after obstacle from here on out.
That's what I needed to hear, honestly.
Why are you all laughing like that? It's creeping Paimon out.
Just waiting for a fucking
It's the
fight.
pre-adventure excitement kicking in, right guys?
In for a
Of
pound,
course.
in for a buck.
I'm eager to get started.
Then let's go. We won't let anything stand in our way.
So yeah, exactly. So it's what we do.
Seems like the road ends here. How should we get across?
Sorry and magic.
As a professional trainer, I think you could stand to build up your endurance, Paimon.
Professional trainer? Paimon thought you were a warrior from the Collective of Planning.
Well, that goes without saying. But I actually work as a sports coach. I
Sports
provide
coach.
professional guidance for many of Natlan's popular sports.
Those guys look familiar.
We've fought them before. Let's go. Show no mercy.
Yeah, okay.
Silence!
I think about it.
Let my name echo in song!
Oh,
The time is beckon.
To swap my noodle as a weapon.
Settle down!
Fucking super duper deluxe skin. I have, what do I have them on right now? I have them on Prototype Amber rank 5, but I do have Sacrificial Jade, which I know is much better. I think we'll put on Sacrificial Jade, which means his crit rate is, well, and that's also with the artifact. Is that with my artifact activated? Yeah. Let's deal with it. Now I guess we're right in through.
Whoa, the place we need to go seems really high up.
Couple Charles.
Shower me with grit!
Silence!
Time to shine!
Wait, hear me!
Oh, Jean doesn't have the right one. What the fuck is my Jean rocking? What should I give her? Ooh, let's see. Increases normal charge attack damage by 16. Not really an attack scaler. I think she could do fine with Pavonius. Horse. Take a blade. Unified Civilization got tons of shit. Although this doesn't really look like the Unified Civilization's architecture. I keep saying it is, but... Like, hello, Jesus. I couldn't positively tell you what it was.
Settle down! The tides beckon.
Let my name echo in song!
My rotation is so fucked up, it's kind of...
I swear by my sword!
Donald's shield ran out.
Solidify!
What Saurian demon do I become now?
This is the final stretch. We just need to climb up, and we'll be there. Nothing to it. Easy for you to say.
Oh, Paimon, you... What are you crying about? Bitching and moaning. That's true, they can do a bunch of these like vertical crystal ass zones. Because guess what? A fucking Neolithic dragon form. You can fly through bitches. Giant gash in
This
the
must be the
road.
entrance the Pyro Archon told us about. The one ripped open by the Abyss.
We kind of just left it here.
Yes. There's something in the depths of this place that feels familiar, yet also foreign.
That's because you have the abyssal power in you.
Actually have to go in there?
Yeah?
Okay, Paimon just needs to psych herself up. Don't push her through before she's ready.
I mean, this is basically us entering the abyss. Like, this is it. You can call it Night Kingdom, but like,
You
this
don't
is...
have to drag Paimon. You're pulling too hard.
looks like we made it. This is the Night Kingdom.
It looks so different from what I imagined in the
Only
stories.
corrupted by the abyss. This is what the surface will look like. Then we say there's the two dimensions, the light realm and the dark realm.
That
So this
overflow
is
of
it.
energy is
The night
probably
realm.
what trapped Kachina here in the first
The light
place.
kingdom and the night kingdom.
From this point forward, everything we know about the real world no longer applies. Anything can happen here.
Paimon's more worried about how we're gonna make it out. We obviously can't go back the way we came.
Do you see that patch of light on the ground? It's shining down from that fissure in the sky.
Oh yeah, right in front of us. So that's coming from up there? Oh, it's so high up. Did we really fall that far down?
We entered
Just
the
like I
abyss.
said, our real-world knowledge doesn't apply here. We fell all this way, yet came out completely unscathed. If this was the real world, we'd have to climb our way back up to the entrance. But here, all we have to do is stand underneath the light and offer a prayer.
So this is what a child fell into. If you like want to do the lore stuff, so a child, if Sojourn Shiznaya fell into one of these, most likely.
You really think that little of Paimon?
Yeah.
That's not even why Paimon asked.
So that means all we need to do is find Kachina and bring her to this location.
Exactly. This light is streaming in from the real world. It's a link between the two realms.
Say the real world.
The
This world is
terrain
real.
looks difficult to navigate, and the visibility's not great either. How are we supposed to find Kachina in these conditions?
Yeah, these floating black things don't look super friendly either.
Those are all manifestations of abyssal power. Be careful.
Who the fuck said that?
Ghost! A talking ghost!
Calm down. I'm here to help. You're the ones who helped Vichama, right?
Wait, you're alive?
Yes. I'm Vichama's friend, Malko. I was completely lost to this realm until I sensed a mysterious power calling out to me. It's like it was seeking me out, attempting to reassemble the pieces of who I used to be. Of course, it could only do so much. I'm sorry I can only appear before you in this imperfect form.
Interesting. So that's what that thing was doing.
No.
That's what that
We should be the ones
ceremonial item
apologizing.
is. It
If the
reconstructs
Spirit
you.
Speaker Stone hadn't become corrupted by the Abyss, we could have done much more. But we had to destroy it. Otherwise, Vichama and his tribe would have been in danger.
Of course. Thank you for protecting him. I never imagined that, even after all these years, he'd still take such a risk for me. Under the power of the stone, it felt like our souls were connected. Turns out even our regrets were exactly the same.
Whether in triumph or death, you want your best friend by your side.
Exactly. That may not be in the cards for us, but it's not too late for you.
Well, that's what we're here for.
You're looking for a young girl from the Children of Echoes, right? She's being chased by an embodiment of abyssal power. I'd like to help her while I'm still in this form, so follow me. Be careful. This place has been severely corroded by the Abyss.
It's crazy to think that, like, this is it. Like, this is...
Paimon didn't realize it had gotten this bad.
It's like a seething volcano ready to engulf our world at any moment.
Ouch!
Quick, get back here! You can't go wandering off. Stick close to me. My power will be able to ward off attacks for the time being.
Interesting. Like, this is... I mean, I know it's not the Abyss, but this might as well be, like, what the Abyss
Let's
is.
try another route. This way.
And this is pretty close to what the Nari Cruz saw in his vision. Fuck.
Not good. More monsters.
We shouldn't waste our time on them.
I think I'm thinking what, like, obviously I'm running new left. Not actually, but like, how would an Archon, not Archon, like a fucking Sovereign handle being in here? guess leaving them injured actually isn't too bad. Because I can just use Jean to pop it back.
Paimon can't see anything!
It's easy to get lost here. Just stick close.
Alright, what abyssal horrors await us? It was the same things that when we were in the chasm, we were trying to pull ourselves out when we were
Did
attacking
you hear
us.
that? What?
Almost identical to what Zhao was able to blast us through.
Never mind. It was probably just my imagination.
Don't scare Paimon like that!
I heard it too. It was a voice from the abyss.
What did it say?
Doesn't matter. It certainly doesn't harbor good intentions.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, okay. Great. Hey, at least we get to see the abyss firsthand. It's got... Hey, that sounds like a Lecter or a Hector. What the fuck is
Paimon
that?
just heard it too! Let's keep going. Paimon wants to get out of this place!
Hey, there she is. What's even crazier? Is this the realm wolfhounds come from? Because we know that, what's her name? Ryan Daughter pulled them, much like the whale, from the beast realm. And she pulled the whale out the abyss, and she pulled... But we don't know what the fuck the beast realm is. So does it indicate that she tripped and fell?
We're here, Kachina!
Oh, honey? You made it!
Yeah, kid, you've been
Looks like our
trapped in
reunion
hell.
will have to wait until we take care of these monsters.
Good idea. Let's go!
What's the damn line from Metal Gear? He's trapped in hell, and we're here to pull him out. I'm not playing as Mulan. We're not playing as Kachina. Fuck out of here.
Time to shine! I swear by my sword!
I didn't need my face. I just insta-killed them. Okay, well, there goes that.
You're here! You're finally here! Thank you so much!
Dubla
That
insta-kill.
monster can appear from anywhere! It almost caught me a bunch of times. The Wyap's power helped keep me hidden, so I just tried to stay out of sight until you got here.
Had a girl. You did so well. And most importantly, you weren't hurt.
Yeah, you didn't die to death.
Should we start heading back then?
I mean,
Actually, I have a request. Will you come visit the Wyap with me? I can't exactly put it into words, but something's wrong with the Ode of Resurrection. And I know it has something to do with the contamination from the Abyss.
shit, we could have figured that out from the
was the Pyro
surface.
Archon's theory as well. Everything we've seen here certainly seems to back it up.
Yeah, this place is
In
beyond
the Night
thought.
Kingdom, there are 6 main totem poles representing the Wyap of each tribe. You can think of them like the body of each Wyap. Additional totem poles, like the ones around here, serve as proxies to which the Wyap can extend their consciousness. There are countless proxies scattered around the Night Kingdom. Through them, the Wyap can extend their consciousness over the entire realm and track down souls no matter where they roam. But if a proxy were to become severely contaminated, then a soul could become lost within the Night Kingdom.
Judging by the current situation, I don't think we're dealing with just one contaminated proxy.
Yeah, I think this place
Even
is
if
kind
we
of
could
fucked.
drive back the abyssal power from one of them, that probably wouldn't even put a dent in the problem. Still, we can't just leave the Wyap to suffer. It's protected me this whole time.
We could save one. It slows them down at least.
I agree. We might even manage to draw out the monster that's been hunting Kachina. Getting rid of the monster might slow down the deterioration of the Night Kingdom.
What is this, fucking Zelda Zone Zero, bro? Knocking out the bigger creature can stop the spread of the hollow.
Kachina? What's wrong? Nothing. Just a headache. And that voice again, telling me to abandon the Wyap and leave this place.
You already got
Maybe
the...
we really should leave. Kachina's already been here for too long.
Her brain's a bit fried.
No, I'm fine. I don't plan on listening to that nonsense. I can hold on.
It was kind of funny that the abyssal corruption, like, where
Just up ahead.
Iris over
I'll
here
lead the way.
told our friend, like, you need to
Besides, I can
breathe and
still
control your
fight,
breathing so that you can
Help me out
regulate
a little
your, like,
longer.
abyssal corruption, control your
Listen
emotions.
to me, Kachina. We'll come with you, but that's because we want to help the Y-Up, not because we have something to prove.
That ties into,
You don't have anything
Kale.
to prove either. It's
and
okay
what
if
her
you reach your
abyssal, like,
limit.
corruption was.
We'll be there for you.
All right. The sooner we get this done, the better.
We've already come all this way, so we might as well try to get to the bottom of this.
Let's go. This way.
I'll stay here and try to stall the Abyss monster.
All by yourself? That's too dangerous.
Bro, he's already dead.
It's all right. I may not be as strong as that monster, but I'm definitely more familiar with the area. Besides, I don't have much time left. If you're anything like my friend, I'm sure you're not particularly fond of goodbyes. So go. Achieve your goal, and return to the world where you belong.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you for everything.
You're a true hero.
Thank you. No one fights alone.
Well, as I was saying, it tries to call this
Does your
comic
head still hurt?
abyssal powers.
Let me help you
not
walk.
in game because they were sealed and she has.
I'm fine.
Which means
You should know I'm made of
Hey.
stronger stuff than that.
Kale can still use her abyssal power. Although we've seen these vision users, multiple vision users now, just straight up basically murked and die outright because of their use of the abyssal power. So all those jokes about Kale having a superpower in her, the 5-star Kale, is actually not true, bro. That shit will kill her if she unseals it. We haven't seen when abyssal corruption fully does this stuff.
I'm back. My friends and I are here to heal you.
We haven't seen them fully died, like organ failure or whatever.
Wyatt, can you hear me?
Although it might just turn them to
Wyatt?
sludge. The great spirit of this land, agent of Knight's will.
So we were right. The contamination is already too severe. It's preventing the Wyatt from answering our calls. All right, get ready, everyone. Time to purge the abyssal energy from this place.
How were you planning on doing that without me?
Careful. We've got company.
Hey!
Already?
You really think that puny soul could slow me down?
Come on, kid.
Courage in the face of futility is pure folly. He tried to get in my way, so I disposed of him.
So it is the Abyss Order. Well, these are Abyss members.
You killed Malco?
He would have dispersed with or without me. Rather than worrying about him, I would urge you to focus on yourself. You may have defeated others of my kind in the past, but underestimate me now, and it will be to your peril.
There's no way you're the one. A single Abyss Lector is behind all this?
No.
Or Herald?
The power of the Abyss is intoxicating. The destruction it seeks captivates like a masterful work of art. I strive only for the opportunity to see it up close. I thought this naive little girl was an exception, but it turns out humanity is full of lambs willing to offer themselves up to the slaughter. That is the tragedy of your short lives. You understand nothing of all-encompassing power.
Is that so, Mr. Abyss Monster?
Ancient names, pride, friendship, all empty ideas invented to give you a false sense of self-worth. They possess no power at all. The Pyro Archon created those grandiose ideals out of pure selfishness. Anything to avoid sharing power. Anything to avoid handing over the primordial gift to ordinary people like you.
Is that the whole point of the Pyro Archon, though? They're the only ones actually handing over the gifts to primordial people.
Then ask yourself, why is the Pyro Archon strong beyond measure, while you, Kachina, remain so pathetically weak?
Kachina, give me your hand. Feel that? I'm right here next to you.
Thanks, Moalani. You're right. I have nothing to fear. Because I'm not alone anymore.
You're right. Maybe comforting ideals don't have any power.
No,
But
we
you also
searched
couldn't
back
be
out
more
strength
wrong.
and numbers.
You've never had to work for your own strength, so you will never understand the true source of our power.
What?
The
Okay.
courage we have to stand before you and not back down, it comes from our friendship. The power lies not in the ideal itself, but in our commitment to upholding that ideal, and in our decision to stand together and fight!
Well said.
Let's go,
I didn't even get Paimon a
Kachina.
voice line.
It shouldn't take more than 2 of us to handle an enemy like this.
Okay, but his reaction is perfectly
Sorry in
justified.
advance, but you deserve what's coming to you.
Her saying our power comes from
There
our
aren't
like
many
you've
in
never
Natlan who
earned
can
your
beat us when
power.
we're together. It's time he got a taste of that kind of power.
As 4 or 5 vision wielders.
Let's ride!
Vision wielders, by the way. Whose power comes from the gods as a gift given to them, which most people don't understand, nor does it have like an actual basis or rules on who can get it. It's real funny to have a character be all like, yeah, you don't deserve the power. You don't know anything about deserving the power. As people, 4 people who absolutely power comes from in unknown way. Absolutely no plenty who don't deserve visions. Wow. This is really funny. That's it. Could be like, what? He's 100% accurate.
Woohoo! Amazing!
It's really funny. But there are absolute vision readers who do not deserve their power even remotely. Or have done nothing to earn it.
We won. We actually won.
But I get the sentiment. Not actually talking about, like, straight up their power. Yeah, it turns out he wasn't. Yeah, what the fuck?
That's
right?
what he gets for underestimating you 2. Fantastic work, Kachina. Absolutely
You
fantastic.
think an abyss like the
This makes me so
Herald.
unbelievably happy.
I'm happy too, Moalani. Together we really are unstoppable.
That's twice now I get to play these 2 damn characters.
Huh? What's happening?
What is that?
My ancient name is glowing? But I thought I didn't bring it with me.
It's probably a projection from the real world. But that doesn't explain why it's glowing all of a sudden.
No, we're about to die, bro. Get the hell out of here.
Wait, does that mean you're...
That was a bold move, diving headfirst into the fire to save your friend, especially in a place so overrun with abyssal corruption. Still, seeing you pull it off was really something. Everything you said was exactly right. As isolated individuals, we stand no chance against the power of the Abyss. It took years' worth of scars and lots of unnecessary suffering for me to understand that for myself. The Pyro Archon's plan will unite us as one. Everyone has a part to play. Only then will we have the power to defeat the strongest of foes.
Who are you?
Yeah, what kind of wild are you?
A warrior from the people of the Springs.
Nigga.
I fought against the Abyss during the invasion 500 years ago.
Tupac's ghost showed up in Genshin?
I've heard that name before. You were the giant who saved all of Natlan.
Since you were able to awaken my words from your ancient name, that means you have fully embodied the aspirations of the Wyab.
What does that mean? She's like a chosen one?
Under the name Umoja, you shall unite the tribes and save Natlan from its impending doom.
Me?
As long as blood still runs through your veins, even the tiniest spark of steel against stone can ignite a flame.
Does that mean she's destined to be the next Archon?
Its blaze will become one with our vision for Natlan. Even amid everlasting darkness, our bonds remain eternal.
That's a banger thumbnail.
What's wrong, Moalani?
She's got the Night Soul's blessing.
So many memories. My brain was just flooded with everything he once knew.
Wow, she got like that Super Saiyan
That's
going.
what happened.
She got Ultra
What do
Instinct.
you mean? Did you just figure something out?
500 years ago, they foresaw the very crisis we're facing now. Efforts to save Natlan started all the way back then.
We can go over the details once we get back. We shouldn't linger here longer than we have to.
So what wire did she just connect with? That dude looked like the fucking Children of Echo's Geo one. She connected with Tupac.
I know bits and pieces, but I had no idea Mualani was also part of the plan.
This sounds like something that's going to need a lot of explaining.
Honestly.
Let's focus on saving the Wyatt first.
Did we not just do that? So all you niggas can just do this now? What the fuck was I the only one doing it earlier? Look at that.
Okay, that should be enough. Wyatt? Wyatt? Can you hear me?
I hear your voice, Kachina, my dear child.
Great. Well then, I'm afraid it's time to say goodbye. I just wanted to make sure you were okay before we leave, but we can't afford to stay here any longer.
Yeah, even though
I
Mualani's
was going to
fucking
ask
achieved.
why you bestowed an ancient name upon someone like me, but it's okay. I'll keep searching within myself for the answer. I'll never stop trying to improve my strength. One day, I'll live up to the hero you saw in me.
You are already an outstanding child in my eyes, Kachina.
I'm not an outstanding adult
No
when she grows
matter
up.
what happens.
Huh?
You are all my most beloved children. It has always been my honor to protect and nurture you. Your ancient name is just that.
A
A name. Much like your parents chose to name you Kachina, I also gave you a name, but it need not define you. Focus on who you want to be. You are already worthy of your name. Now, you need only devote yourself to becoming a better you. The story of your ancient name is for you to continue. Just like your parents, my love for you will never change.
Oh, hang on now.
No matter what the future holds.
Don't get too crazy. Some people's parents aren't exactly the best.
Thank you, Wyatt.
It gladdens me to see the Pyro Archon's plan move another step towards completion. But it is time for you to leave this place. The situation here is getting worse. Go now, my children. Save Natlan on behalf of
Oh, the
all
Pyro Archon
you
says she
hold
has
dear.
all the mememories of the previous Archons, and she
I know
already
we've
said
never
she
met
knew
before,
us.
Wyatt, but I just wanted to say thank you for encouraging Kachina. It was exactly what she needed to hear.
So, hearing that this whole plan is going on.
An earthquake? We're out of time.
Yes, we are.
It's the power of the Abyss. Quick, we need to run!
It's a Sealy! The Sealy opened the way for us!
How the fuck are there Sealies down here? How ancient are Sealies? Thanks, Venti. Oh, here's that techno beat. You hear that? I've talked about this multiple times. Anytime the synth pops up in game, it's always related to the Abyss. And no, I don't mean like trailer music and bullshit. I mean in-game
The opening in the sky!
OSTs.
We need to hurry, or we'll
Almost
be stuck
always
here.
that deal with the Abyss are synthetic in nature. It's one of those things that I think someone recognized, and I don't think it's been talked about at all in the community.
Quick, through the middle!
In any capacity. I don't think a single lore video or anyone has ever made the connection that synthetic music is not.
Faster!
We'll never make it!
Deeper to the abyss we go.
You've done well. Now come home.
How fuck does that work? Shatter the goddamn sky. That metaphorical? Allegorical? How the fuck does she manage that?
The Pyro Archon saved us.
But she's not here.
Yeah, how did she regain her strength?
Yeah, didn't she say she used it all up?
Or did us purifying the Wyeth give her strength back?
She's still in the Speaker's Chamber. What we saw in the Night Kingdom was just her consciousness.
So you're saying her consciousness did all that?
Every great display of power comes at a price.
Yeah, you're abyssal corrupted.
You must feel terrible, Kachina. Just hold on. We'll get you to a doctor soon. Let's get back to the stadium. The Pyro Archon said she'd have a doctor waiting for us.
I recommend getting a full checkup, just to make sure no damage gets left behind.
No damage. Brother, she spent like fucking 80 years in the goddamn
My mom
abyss.
feels okay. What about you, Traveler?
Yeah, I'm immune to abyssal corruption.
Right. You always seem to do pretty well against the Abyss.
So that one time
Let's get
someone
going.
used dead
We
god
need to share
remains
what we
to
learned
smoke
in
us
the Night
out.
Kingdom as well.
Why is she like triple cheeked out?
Right.
Must have lived
The
the past
Wyeth
day.
mentioned something about the Pyro Archon's plan. What is it exactly?
I'll let her explain everything.
Yeah.
We're all a part of the plan now.
She does have a
Every
deep
move we
alpha.
make from here on out will decide Natlan's ultimate fate.
Yeah, well, this place is gonna fucking die or stay alive. Jesus. I don't know how much longer the quest is, so I'll just keep going for now. Usually, as you know, I have to break up my parts and whatnot, but we'll just leave it. I don't think much else happens after this. At least I don't think anything else happens. How weak is the Pyro Archon now? She already gave up a ton of her power and she managed to do that.
Huh. There's a lot less stuff here than before.
What just happened?
It's good to see you all here in one piece.
Yeah, what happened to everything?
I know you must have a lot of questions, but let Koichi check you over first. It's best not to let any lingering effects of the Abyss go untreated.
Thank goodness you made it back. I came here as soon as the Pyro Archon told me about your plan. Take a seat, everybody. I'll examine you one by one.
Did she consume all those gifted mementos as a use of power to get us out? Like consuming the memories or consuming like the legend within them? I feel like, is that what happened? Extensive experience will not be permanent.
All right, that should do it for now.
Yeah, nighttime.
But just to be safe, I'll perform another checkup in a couple of days. I have to say, though, I've never seen anyone react to the Abyss like you, Traveler. It's like you're completely immune to its power.
Yeah, because I'm a third party from fucking
Been
space.
special like that. He can even purify its power. Wait, now that you mention it, Paimon doesn't think she's affected either.
Cool. We're just gonna ignore that? We're just gonna ignore the fact that Paimon is a being from this planet and she has the exact same powers as a traveler, has the same immunities as the traveler, who's a fucking alien? We're just gonna glaze over that, huh? Yeah, okay.
Given the current situation, that ability will likely play a great role in the events to come.
Of course. I still have patients to see, so I'll head out.
Thank you, Koichi.
All right, all right. We might not see eye to eye, but we both had good intentions.
We were trying to save you.
Just give it time. I'm sure we'll figure things out between us one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, her personal quest, and when she comes as a 5-star.
All right. There's so much to discuss, I don't even know where to begin. You've seen it for yourselves now. The devastation in the Night Kingdom. I'll get straight to the point. Natlan is on the verge of destruction. It's very possible our nation has less than a year before total devastation.
Swag out, bro. Maybe there's Orita can save it.
Huh? No. That can't be true, can it?
What do you mean it can't be true? You're in there for that fucking Pyro Archon's mouth. Do you think she's gonna be joking about that shit?
That's right. But I've only ever disclosed that fact to the handful of people working with me to save this nation. Our looming destruction is not a recent development, but the inevitable conclusion of the disaster the Abyss initiated 500 years ago.
Yeah, honestly, now that I think about it, this is kind of almost like the Fontaine situation, where it's like, Nigeria's like, oh, I created Oceanid people. What's that? The Heavenly Principles want to destroy everything now? Cool. I'm gonna go die. Hey, for Focus Lords, you go ahead and deal with this new problem. Spend the next 500 years figuring it out for me. Thanks. Pyro Archon, Abyss Secrets sets in effect Natlan's destruction. Original Pyro Archon, we're gonna make a plan to fix this. And now, from him down to every single Pyro Archon to her, to Murray over here, they've simply run out of time. Down to fucking less than a year. In the span of 500 years, no one figured out how to solve anything?
Mualani told us a little bit about that.
500 years ago, all the nations of Teyvat were invaded by the Abyss. Unlike the other nations, Natlan never had stable and deep-rooted ley lines, so we suffered the worst of the invasion. The battle against the Abyss was exceedingly long and brutal. In the end, victory came at the cost of our civilization and countless lives. Even then, it took centuries of solving the disasters caused by the Abyss to finally achieve the peace we know today.
So essentially a dead zone.
And still,
that's why the Abyss is invading
this is but a superficial victory. The forces of the Abyss have merely been driven back underground. Their threat to Natlan remains as real as ever.
I'd never have guessed.
The problems plaguing the Night Kingdom are all the more complicated because that realm is essentially functioning as Natlan's ley lines. Immediately after the war, our calculations estimated that we would have a maximum of 500 years before the Night Kingdom was completely lost to the Abyss.
Seems like it's lost.
But at that time, we were a nation of the destitute. Our people no longer believed in victory, nor did they hold hope for the future. Our civilization was dying, our faith crumbling, and the line of power passed down from the Wayab nearly severed. If we didn't bring the nation back together, it would be foolish to even dream of defeating the Abyss in the future. So, the Archon had a long and involved discussion with the heroes of each tribe and finally came up with a 500-year-long plan to save Natlan.
So that's what happened.
You
After
figured it-
finding Kachina, I encountered a strange figure who gave me a series of new memories. Since the plan was mentioned in those memories, I guess I've been chosen to play an important role in it. But there's still something I don't understand. Those memories showed me the Pyro Archon from back then. And it was you.
Huh? But that doesn't make any sense. The Pyro Archon is supposed to be human. It's impossible for a human to live that long.
Well, she's cursed.
That's right. The hardest thing for humans to overcome has always been time. Or rather, the natural limitations of our lifespan. A god can extend a human's life by using a certain amount of divine power, or subjecting them to a curse.
Okay.
But, as we all know, Natlan doesn't have gods like that. We can only rely on our own methods.
Okay, but an Archon can
A
do
human life is like a flame destined to be extinguished. 500 years ago, I placed my life within the sacred flame. Only by dying before my time could I have the chance to wake up again.
So, in other words, this is your second life?
that. So, does that mean she is the original Pyro Archon? I guess like they can extend life by placing a curse or a god giving them like the power to do so. If you're the Archon, you should be able to outlast that anyways.
Yes. We only managed to defeat the Abyss all those years ago because the tribes came together as one. If the Natlan of the future was to have a fighting chance, the Pyro Archons that came after the war had to rebuild the decimated tribes. The goal was to reunite the people and restore the strength of each tribe's Wayab. Once a tribe was back to its full strength, the tribe's Wayab would select a hero, indicating the tribe was once again ready for war. The Chosen would then stand by my side in defense of our nation, just like great heroes of old 500 years ago.
So that means I'm one of the Chosen?
So Warlord Mulan.
That's right.
Mulan.
You bear the ancient name Umoja, the same one held by the hero from your tribe 500 years ago. It means unity. After your adventure in the Night Kingdom, I trust you've come to fully understand the meaning of that name.
So in other words, you always knew who the Wayab were going to pick from each tribe?
Yes. According to the plan, each tribe was supposed to have been fully restored by the time I awoke. But something went wrong along the way. The 6 heroes successfully inherited the ancient names from 500 years ago, but the intel regarding the plan wasn't passed on to them. Once again, it comes down to the deterioration of the Night Kingdom.
Okay.
Communication between the Sacred Flame and the Wayab has been blocked.
Just like how the Ode of Resurrection failed to bring Kachina back.
Exactly.
The corruption is blocked.
It's just another tactic the Abyss is using against us. The Abyss may not possess intelligence, but its methods certainly aren't easy to counter.
I think
if we want to unblock that information from being passed on, my presence alone isn't enough. The ancient name-bearer must establish a greater connection to their name. So, I've tried my best to help them from the sidelines.
That's our goal. In Natlan, then.
Currently, Shalonin of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the Canopy, and Iansan of the Collective of Plenty have all been acknowledged by their names. During your adventure, you too earned the acknowledgement of your Wayab, Mualani. In the process, you gained the memories stored within your name.
So 2 people left.
But we have less than a year!
Yes, but we have no choice. We cannot start the plan until all the heroes have been gathered. That's also why I haven't been able to take action despite the urgency of the situation.
That's why they were with the Pyro
But if you
Archon.
knew this whole time,
So they had their
why
knowledge.
didn't you just tell me about my role in all this? Wouldn't that make everything go a lot faster?
You have to earn it.
Perhaps, but the opposite could also be true. Knowing your destiny too early could mean failing to realize your full potential. Just like your determination to save Kachina, I hope your commitment to this endeavor comes from your own strength of will, rather than a sense of obligation.
So I suppose you're not going to tell us who the final 2 heroes are then?
That's right. Their time is yet to come. Putting pressure on them beforehand will only hinder their development.
If they don't make it in time.
I can only trust in the judgment of the Wyab.
Terrible idea.
I have never believed I could solve this crisis alone. In fact, it was precisely because I chose to trust and rely on others that we managed to get this far.
So,
Natlan's salvation lies not in its Archon or any singular individual, but in us all.
so what does that mean?
You're quite perceptive, aren't you? I thought I might get away with avoiding the topic.
So are you really the Archon?
Huh? Oh, right! All of the stuff you stored here before, where did it all go?
She consumed it.
Even though I sacrificed my power, I still needed a contingency plan to ensure you would make it back from the Night Kingdom. After all, I was the one who allowed you to take that risk, and Mualani has an important role to play in my plan. In addition to their sentimental value, the items I stored here held a much more important purpose: fuel.
Fuel? Ah, so back then, that's why you...
Yes. The stories embodied by those items are certainly important, but there's an even more significant trait they all share. Every item belonged to a hero of Natlan.
Words of
Over
power.
time, they became
Interesting.
imbued with a certain amount of contending fire from being carried in battle. On their own, each item's power is limited, but together, their combined effect can prove quite useful in a dire situation. By burning those items, I was able to activate the contending fire stored within them to open the boundary between the two worlds. It was a rather crude approach, so all their power was depleted in an instant, as you can see.
But weren't they all precious treasures? What about their stories?
That's exactly why I dragged you all here. No matter what, I never wanted the Pyro Archon to have to use that power.
Single rock.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You have nothing to be sorry for. You all deserve my thanks, actually. If you hadn't saved the totem pole, that area of the Night Kingdom would have been forever lost to the abyss.
Hey, we saved something.
And then, it would only be a matter of time before the Children of Echoes was met with disaster. Besides, when those heroes entrusted their belongings to me, or the Pyro Archon of their time, it was out of a desire to contribute to Natlan's survival. If they knew those items helped save the present-day heroes of Natlan, they would not mourn their loss.
That's true.
Even when you put it that way, I still feel bad.
Nah, you'll feel fine.
There's no need. Remember what I told you about time? The people and the events of the past are never truly lost to us. We simply carry them with us in a different form. In that sense, we didn't lose anything at all. If you still
We
have
only
regrets,
gain the future.
let them fuel your resolve in the battles to
I
come.
mean, literally, we use the past
Your
to
deeds
fuel
will
the
become new
present to gain the
legends
future.
and nurture new forms of power just like the items once stored here.
Well, we'd still like to return the favor.
Give them a legendary item. Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, just treat me to a drink sometime. Now that Kachina has returned, we can finally hold the victory feast and celebrate your team's triumph in the Night Warden Wars. And we could all use the rest, that's for sure. Plus, you'll be able to silence everyone who doubted you once and for all, Kachina.
Still, now that I know the danger we're facing, having a victory feast doesn't feel right.
Try not to let it get to you. It's important to stay calm. Worrying about it will only affect your judgment. All right. You should head out. I'll join you in a bit.
Interesting. I'm still in the confusion part. Is she the original Pyro Archon, and then she chose to die, essentially, and then come back later? Shit, look like Anakomia.
When I was young, I used to sit by the hot springs and listen to the stories of warriors from all over Natlan. They attract people from all walks of life. Friends come easy here, no matter what tribe you're from. The people of the springs have never claimed the hot springs as their own private property. They are there to bring all hot spring buddies together. It's been really nice seeing the children of my tribe get older. It's helped me gradually understand the true value of the springs. I've witnessed their energy, their determination, their absolute passion for life. Even when they cause trouble, I never managed to hold on to my anger for long. It's unbelievable how quickly they worm their way back into my good graces. I'm certain Mualani will become a great warrior when she grows up. She possesses infinite potential. I can see it.
Infinite potential? That's a hell of a lot of potential to possess.
One day, when I'm no longer in fighting form, I'll come here and tell stories to all the children, just like those warriors did for me. So, you better get busy, Pyro Archon, or I'll end up running out of stories.
So what exactly is this? The warrior spirit realm? What exactly is her power? 'Cause, like all the obviously all the Archons have unique powers. Like Nahida's got the dream power.
Our nation is engulfed in darkness. Our
She seems like she's able to
tribes
project her
stand
conscious.
divided, and yet you promise victory in the distant future. The Abyss is a cunning enemy, one that I faced in battle many times. Were that not the case, I would never understand exercising this degree of caution. My rage will never know absolution, and my power will no longer aid you in victory. But you came to me because you knew you could convince me with just a single sentence. I understand your choice. The heroes of today will forge the path ahead with blood and fire. Just remember to earn us the victory we are owed. Otherwise, rest assured, I'll find a way to collect the debt. For Natlan.
Interesting. So she consumed all the items, and now we're seeing basically their last memories within the items, or at least their essence of those she consumed. The fuel they burned because she's tied to the sacred flame.
So, you're gonna head 500 years in the future to serve as the Pyro Archon again?
That's why she didn't know.
But what about the you from right now? You're just gonna die?
You can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer, my dear. The decision is hers to make, and she deserves our support. We will do everything we can to rebuild the tribes. Don't you worry.
That's crazy.
Even
So
across
she
time,
was a human who became the Pyro
we
Archon.
will all do our part to fight for Natlan's future.
So is she Muramata?
Mom's right. We'll always believe in you, sis. Oh, seriously though, Dad should be here. Where is he?
I imagine he didn't know what to say, so he chose not to come at all. Don't take it to heart, my dear. That's just who he is.
So that's the only part I'm still worrying about in the timeline.
Just remember, no matter what happens in the future, we will always love you.
The Archon Wars were like 6,000 years ago. So is she the 6,000-year-old Muramata? Who then, at the time when the Abyss invaded, decided to go...
I'll come find you one day. I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something. There has to be a way for us to meet again one day. If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna find it. So, don't forget about me.
She can't because she's human. So the original Pyro Archon died at some point. A new one was selected. And she happened to be the one
If that's your
while
decision,
Conria.
then you have my full support, Archon.
While the Abyss
May
invaded.
our children live to see such a lovely son.
For Natlan!
No one fights alone.
So the souls of literally everyone.
The rules are my legacy. They shall grant us the strength to overcome the next tragedy.
War forged the 6 tribes, taught us how to fight, instilled in us what it means to love.
Who will be the one to bring this to an end?
You said the rules are our legacy. That's not like the Archon.
We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind. Those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire. The lifeblood of our nation.
It's the legacy of the past and the will of the past. That's it. Okay. That kind of explains it for me. So she just happened to be the Archon at the time that the Abyss invaded and set in motion a plan for 500 years. So she's not a celestial ordained Archon.
Koichi! You here for the victory feast too?
Oh, no. I knew Chaska would be here, so I just came to deliver some medicine.
Jessica better
I was about to
transform.
leave,
That
actually.
shit goes hard if she transforms.
It's not that I don't want to celebrate Kachina and the others. I'm so glad she made it back. It's just... Well, I'll make things awkward if I'm around my sister right now.
Ah, well, you two had a fight, so Paimon can understand.
She didn't cause any trouble during your trip, right?
No, she only blew up one artifact.
Yeah, she was super helpful. She gave us a lot of useful information about the Abyss.
That's good. That's all I needed to know.
Jeez, bro. This story is
Is
shaping
there a
up to
reason
not
you
be
asked?
too bad.
You were pretty outspoken when we first met, but now it's like you're holding something back.
Yeah, what is it? Your sister's like a dragon, baby. It's
Maybe it seemed unreasonable, picking that fight with her before you left, but I did it for a reason.
She's abyssal corrupted, isn't she?
Her impulse to fight is extremely strong. Her mental strength helps her rein it in, but she still loses control sometimes. I had no idea what you might face in the Night Kingdom, so I didn't want to
she
take
grew up
any
with animals.
chances.
She's like Razor.
So
if
what
Lisa
you're
finally taught
saying
her.
is...
You deliberately provoked her so she took the impulse out on you?
Okay, so maybe it sounds a little stupid, but it works pretty well. It helps her keep her cool for a little while, at least. Anyway, I'm just glad you were able to make it back safe and sound. That's all I
Wow.
wanted.
Actual schizo character?
Do you really have to
Bro,
go that
please
far?
tell me.
Can't you just talk it out?
People do like the dipshit stuff like
No
Yandere,
way.
fucking...
Chaska never opens up
Ayaka.
about her own
Bro,
pain, especially to
Chaska
her
might be a
family.
perfect Yandere character. She's like
Can't
a Shenna.
learn about this, or it'll be even harder to help
Oh,
her.
she's like Shenna! Batshit insane women. Let's go.
I appreciate the
Hopefully
understanding.
she's cracked, though.
Don't worry. I'll find a way to help her ease this burden. Anyway, I need to get
Yeah,
going.
people put Yandere
Enjoy
Ayaka
the
instead of Yandere
celebration.
Shenha and Chaska. bro.
Oh, and
Fuck
if you
outta
ever
here.
need a doctor, you know who to find.
Nah, you got NPC syndrome. Your outfit's not 3D.
Huh. Who would have thought there was a deeper reason behind their arguing?
Yeah, no shit, there's a deeper reason.
In the end, it's all the Abyss's fault. Paimon's had enough of them.
Yeah, we still need to kill our sibling to solve that problem. Let's finish this feast. Let's wrap it up. Oh, I gotta actually eat. Whoa! Fucking Trey hitting it. Our old man still got some moves, bro. I mean, yeah, the main daughter of Archon was brought back to life.
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina!
Who isn't dead?
Well done, Kachina.
You came back from the dead after the oath failed.
Everyone, I'm so glad I finally made it.
I always knew you could do it. With so much potential at your age, you have a great future ahead of you.
You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first person to abandon your team. I'll be dealing with you when we get back.
I had no choice.
Is it Adventurine's voice acting?
I couldn't just say no.
Oh, really? So you weren't just trying to get ahead in the first round?
I wasn't, I swear. I just happened to find that bearer injured in the wild, so I stopped to bandage his wounds.
Bro, who gives a shit about this?
When he insisted on repaying the favor, what was I supposed to do? I'm just one person. I figured Kachina would have no trouble replacing me.
But the fact of the matter is that after your departure, everyone else started thinking about swapping teams too.
I'm really sorry, Kachina. It was wrong of us to abandon you like that.
Yeah, now she's the champion, bro. She even had the Rose of Resurrection fail, and the Archon, Pyro Archon personally come together.
It's amazing that you still made it all the way through to the Night Warden Wars. That's the highest honor.
Solo carry, bro. When everyone says you're the anchor of the team, and you turn out to be the carry.
You guys, did you make it far?
None of them made it past the team, bro. You know, damn
Our
well.
team captain drank too much the night before the competition and turned up late to the stadium on the day. We got disqualified.
Oh my god, that's even worse. You guys are beyond garbage.
Serves you all right. No sympathy from me.
Damn, Chief.
Alright. There's no need to be like that, Uncle Pakal. Dear friends, I'd like to say a few words.
A toast?
Firstly,
You're brave enough for that?
I'm grateful to my friends and our great Archon for helping to bring me back. This traveler and his companion Paimon are some of the strongest people I've ever met.
Yeah.
If they were allowed to participate in the pilgrimage, I have no doubt that they'd win the whole thing. They've
probably
agreed
would.
to let me learn from them. With their help, I believe I can become even stronger still. And let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Ayan-san.
You just meet
They
these
all
like
helped
these
the
two.
traveler and
like,
Paimon figure out a way
today?
to bring me back from the Night Kingdom. They too deserve to be called our heroes. So, please give another round of applause for them. Thank you so much.
Well said!
Yeah, I mean, we literally went into the equivalent of the Abyss's headquarters and ripped your body.
I'll drink to that.
I think you drink to any reason.
How does it feel being a hero, Kachina?
What animal is she?
To be honest, it's a bit overwhelming. It all just feels so surreal.
Well, you better get used to it. Next up, undefeated champion!
Undefeated. Yeah, okay.
Hey, please don't make fun of me.
More like next stop Pyro Archon. Isn't that the highest honor? Everybody dancing.
I've been through so much all at once. Everything still kind of feels like a dream.
Are you still feeling unwell?
Nope, all better now. I told you I bounced back pretty quick, so don't worry about me.
Bro, okay.
I bet you
Better
guys
than the fucking
must
Olympic
be tired,
people.
though. Make sure you get some good rest tonight. You gotta recharge so you'll be in the mood to have fun.
But that girl had a whole drink and she didn't hit that shit. Sorry, it's a sight.
My apologies. I knew more than I let on.
No shit.
Everything comes at a price, and most heroes aren't people who set out to become a hero.
Yeah.
If you cling too tightly to your goal, you end up losing things that are far more
So what the fuck is that thing that floats with
But
you?
in
Is
any
it-
case, we're now on the same page. I wonder how long before the two final heroes appear. From the Flower Feather Clan and the Masters of the Night Wind.
Now, at previous victory feasts, you'd always find me in the crowd singing and dancing. But after what I found out today, it's too much.
Hey, you're the god of your clan,
I'm
essentially.
still trying to process it.
It
Chosen
does
of the
feel
Wild.
weird seeing you so out of sorts.
Yeah.
Is
trying to
this
enjoy
another
the moment.
pearl of wisdom based on your adventuring experience?
Yeah, we've seen people in worse
Paimon
scenarios.
agrees with the Traveler. Everyone's come together to celebrate Kachina's achievements. That's gotta be a first.
You're right. Kachina looks really happy. And now I'm being the moody one. Ugh, enough doom and gloom. Time to shake it off.
Yeah, literally, shake it off. That's your Marcianito stick. Oh, did she go? Did she actually get up?
Alright, Kachina. Let's party!
I'm a little embarrassed.
Don't be. Come on, you're the star of the show today.
How was that, bro?
It cost us a lot, but we got Kachina back safely, and that's what matters.
That's crazy, by the way.
There'll
All
be
that
even
for a person
tougher
who's not
challenges
even
coming our
a
way in
chosen of the
days
souls.
ahead, though.
That's
We'll
insane.
have to train harder, make sure we're in peak condition. That includes you, Paimon. I can do a special one-off session to show you the ropes. Interested?
Please, let Paimon shoot fireballs.
No thanks.
Give Paimon a power. Please. I wonder how this is gonna turn out.
It's rare to meet travelers as strong and brave as yourselves. I raise my glass to you.
Alright, bounty hunter.
Anyway, my sister's already gone back to our tribe. She has patients to treat.
Does she have patience?
We actually ran
for a
into her
party?
on the way here and, well, Paimon just thinks she really cares about you.
Yeah, I'm planning on visiting home myself in a few days. To tell her and the rest of the family that they need to be extra careful. I just hope they take it seriously.
They need to be careful.
The Abyss has likely sensed your arrival in Natlan by now. So exercise caution on your adventures as well.
The fucking sibling showed up. No one else to talk to?
Ah, you're here. Have some fruit juice. I got it specially for you two.
Not alcohol.
How did you know? That's Paimon's favorite.
You look like you've still got questions. Ask away.
Yeah, why not get the heroes of the past to join you in this age?
Because they had their own lives to live.
How about the ones
thought
here?
of telling them, abandon your families and everyone you love, and come with me to the end of time. For in 500 years, Natlan will be destroyed. It seemed too cruel. You could just as easily point out that everything in this world would come to an end eventually. But life is short. And beyond a point, it just doesn't seem real. Imagine if I said, let's leave right now, and go save the sun because it'll flame out in a few million years. It would sound quite ridiculous.
She is right.
I couldn't make them shoulder that burden with me. Besides, every generation will have its heroes, this one included. The plan could still work without them.
Okay, but why 500 years?
Of course, without me. But since I was the one who came up with the plan, I felt duty-bound to see it through to the end.
What is the plan?
Paimon's suddenly remembering that portrait in your room. Was that your family from back then?
Yes, it was.
Back then, as she has a family
So when
now.
you asked me who my sister grew up to be, the truth is that very little information survives.
I was to say, like I said,
From
I was
what
like,
I've been
huh?
able
You don't know
to
what your
piece
sister
together,
grew up?
I can conclude with a reasonable degree of confidence that she ended up as an architect and artist. She played an instrumental role in rebuilding the scions of the Canopy tribe, designing and building many houses. But of course, none of her buildings are around anymore.
It's been 500 years?
Still, it was an impressive achievement, and I'm very proud of her.
I'm sure we'll find something of her sister.
You feel loss keenly. It seems to stir up feelings of regret in you. But this is something I have long since come to terms with. This is a war, and there can be no war without loss. I am already far more fortunate than those who lost their lives to the Abyss. The people of Natlan look to me as their Archon, and the weight of their expectations is mine to bear. I must see our fate through to the very end, no matter what I may find there.
Yeah, if you're aware of fate, yeah, do you know how fate works in this world? Also, I want to know, like, so Capitano Kim was like, what good is the Gnosis to you if you didn't make good on your deal 500 years ago? Was he referring to the fact that Natlan can't be saved and he has to save it? Was he one of the warriors from 500 years ago? And he found his own way to save himself from the Night Kingdom?
Yeah, doesn't that mean the way everything ends has already been written, including your plan?
I suppose, but so what? Don't forget time takes many forms. The past, present, and future coexist, and all are equally important. Even if the future ends in destruction, there's still no reason to give up on the here and now.
Does it end in destruction?
It's precisely because we humans cannot know our fate that we will never give up on our struggle.
Okay, but you know how the plan works.
This is a pivotal moment. We are still 2 heroes short. Well, 3 to be precise. There's one further hero who I'm hoping to get on my side, whatever it takes.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. She knows the plan, no matter what, won't work without the Traveler, who's an outside entity that isn't tied down to fate.
Your resistance to the corrupting power of the Abyss is truly remarkable. It would easily make you an all-important figure in the upcoming battle.
I feel like, unlike kinda like the last 2 nations, well, at least the last nation where Focalor's plan worked, had the Traveler shown up or not, this one's going to hinge entirely on the Traveler showing up. If the Traveler never showed up, Natlan would be guaranteed to be doomed. So it's almost the exact opposite. Well, it's the same in the sense that both Fontaine and Natlan had 500-year plans in the making. But one is entirely hinged on the perception of the future that we show up. Without a doubt.
If you agree to join
that's how it's going
us,
to turn
you
out.
will not only gain my full support in your journey, but I will also forge a brand new ancient name for you.
Well, what good is a name for us?
Ancient names can be forged?
They can. Several strict conditions must be met, but if they couldn't be forged at all, then the number of them in circulation would have long dwindled to 0. Possessing an ancient name would mean that your adventures in Natlan are recorded in full. Your stories would be remembered by our people for all the years to come. The Ode of Resurrection may have temporarily lost its power, but still, take this as my personal guarantee that I shall never let you fall.
That's dangerous.
Just like in the Night Kingdom, I will be there for you. That is a promise I will fulfill at all costs. This nation always honors its heroes.
That's a bit weird. The weirdest she worded that you will be like tied in. That almost makes me think that this forging of names, that kind of makes me speculate what Natlan's importance is to the Abyss. The ability to forge a new ancient name that binds you to fate or records your history. That sounds like she'll be able to forcefully enter us into Irminsul and record our history able to be recorded, which is a terrible thing for us.
Yeah, we can't just
bind
ignore
us.
the situation here.
Wonderful. Then I'll reach out to
That has
Shilonen right away.
way more negatives than
She's the
positives.
one who will forge the name. We've never forged an ancient name for an Outlander before, but I trust she'll find a way.
Black stone or a white stone? That's racist.
My lord, we've received word that the Pyro Archon has lost much of her power.
Ooh, interesting.
Although your injury complicates
Fresno.
things, this is most certainly the opportune time to seize the Gnosis.
Victory and defeat are rules, not outcomes. I have never taken advantage of an opponent in a time of weakness, and I don't intend to start now.
But you're weak too.
As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to save the day.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled it. She simply chose not to. You don't have much time, and you're injured on top of that. What do you plan to do next?
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn out to be. You heard something from here, didn't you?
Heard something from here, didn't you? Now, who was he talking to then?
Oh, something else you'd like to ask?
How about the captain?
Well, our intel suggests he hasn't made any new movements yet. Although Kenich's investigation helped us confirm that he's being aided by someone from the Masters of the Nightwind.
What if it's one of the heroes?
I'm getting closer to narrowing down who that may be, but it's still unclear whether this person aided the captain out of willingness or coercion. If you learn anything about this during your adventures, please let me know. Oh, something else you'd like to ask?
Yeah.
The Abyss is the most formidable enemy in all of Teyvat.
Yep.
In the beginning, it took failure and tragedy to even begin to learn how to fight back. All of the methods you've seen in other nations were developed based on experience and insight passed down over generations. We know them to work, but few of us actually understand why.
I mean, a fucking
It's the
celestial
same for the
nail
method we
was
use here in
taken to wipe
Natlan.
out the.
Ever since ancient times, elemental
Hurrah.
energy has been one of our most reliable weapons against the Abyss.
The Sovereign's power.
As for the
Stolen,
principles behind it, I'm afraid you might have to seek answers from someone older than the position of Pyro Archon itself.
The principles of elemental magic.
Something else you'd like to ask?
As to why the, I guess, yeah. I guess she's basically telling us to ask a sovereign why. Yeah, why do you people not
That
showing up?
also comes down to the long-standing effects of the Abyss. Our people's survival is inextricably tied to the Wyab, but their power has its limits. They cannot offer our people the same degree of protection outside our borders. In fact, people who do decide to leave often suffer from memory loss and emotional issues. Everyone in Natlan understands this. That's why our people never leave without a good cause. Even if someone is left with no choice, the chief of their tribe must seek approval with the Wyab to grant them leave. And the
Interesting.
Wyab have always been very strict about granting that approval, since extending protection beyond our borders means consuming power reserved for our fight against the Abyss. Still, there's no need to worry. The Wyab extend their protection to all within Natlan, including visitors from afar. Oh, something else you'd like to ask?
No other questions, my lady. Interesting. Alright. That's it for this. I mean, Archon quest nice and done. Fuck. I have way more questions than answers. Way more questions than answers. So, main thoughts are, if knowledge can be passed down,
Osmanthus
but
wine
shut
tastes the
up,
same.
by the head, like leads to forbidden knowledge being able to pass down through ancient names through the Wyab. That's another thing that it's not talked about, but that's absolutely. Mualani got all the memories of her chosen warrior. Imagine if he had forbidden knowledge in his head. That's not passed down. So abyssal corruption can get passed down through that way. What else? So she was the Pyro Archon at the time of the Abyss invasion, and then she set in a plan for 500 years. We don't know what the plan is, though. Or why it would take 500 years to show up 500 years later. I don't know. I feel like, once again, this parallels Fontaine, where it's a 500-year plan, but this one absolutely hinges on the Traveler. I feel like she's like, oh, our 6 warriors will be able to do it, or the plan will work without the Archon. Yeah, the plan might have worked without the 6 warriors, or the Archon, but it absolutely will not work without the Traveler. I think this is going to be one of the nations where we're the key to solving the problem completely. The captain talked about a 500-year debt that needed to be claimed. We don't know what that was either. We know that's when she enacted her plan. She's like, I don't know what you're talking about, but we'll find out what that is. What he's doing back here, even though he's seeking the Gnosis. I wonder who the next 2 are going to be. I feel like I feel like it's kind of obvious, but they might just be red herring it. That the dude who's helping him, whatever the fuck his name is gonna be the chosen warrior of the Night Masters, and we're gonna work with the Fatui. I feel like the Fatui's not gonna be our enemy. I feel like for him to fight the Pyro Archon for the Gnosis, he's gonna want to enact this plan and defeat the Abyss with her, so that she's at full strength, so that he can full batter her and get the Gnosis. I think that's what ultimately what's gonna happen in that regard with the captain. This could play out like that, and he'll probably end up getting the Gnosis. And it'll either be on screen or off screen or whatever the fuck, and it'll be like, yeah, I fought him and I gave him the Gnosis, he won. And then we'll go to Shnith 9 when they have all 7 and blah 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 blah. But whatever. What else is there? Oh, funny as fuck that Kachina's not even the chosen of her tribe. It's Yolo. also answered her. I was like, why the fuck is Kinich and Insan with the Pyro Archon, like sitting with her? I was like, why are they like in on every meeting? Of course, turns out they're the chosen of their tribes, which is why. So now we'll have Mualani there. We haven't even seen Zeal then anywhere. Anyways, well, we'll see her probably in the next part. She has to be a dragon. Like, I know that she's like, she's raised by the dragons and whatnot, and she loses control. Bro, I feel like she literally transforms. I feel like that's her power. And it's gonna be, like, banger seeing that happen. If she actually does what I think she does. Because there's, spoilers, there's no leaks of her power either. So I know people have said, like, oh, she flies. Bro, if she fucking transforms, it's gonna go crazy. We got our tough little cookie over there. So we'll get to it. Archon quest done. We'll get to the rest of the stuff later. I was gonna do more, but I gotta eat, so for now, I say we finished the Archon quest. We're done. And as for the stream, I was gonna do more, but hey, it's been like 4 hours. Fuck it. We'll do more tomorrow or some other day or whenever the fuck when I do the exploration. I mean, I have to get all the stuff, so story's done. But don't worry, everybody. Natlan story's actually shaping up to not be garbage. That's the one thing I'm enjoying. Doesn't seem like it's trash. People are saying they like lacked direction and was bad. For me, I'm pretty much liking it. It's pretty good. Alright. Now we're done.